Red Wolves fans, welcome to Friday Night Football Walden Grove. My name is Carl Nelson, and I am partnered here with
Matthew Guzheva.
Tonight's game is between Walden Grove and the visitors of Marana High School. Tonight's temperatures are cool, 63 degrees with a light breeze. The temperature should drop a few more degrees, so wear a light jacket. Tonight's game is the third game of the young football season in Sarita, Arizona, coming off a last-second win against Saguaro. Matt, what are your keys to tonight's game?
Well, it's hard to pull off a victory against the number 4 team in the state. And so this week, coming off of that win, you do not want to have a big letdown. You want to come out, continue to play strong, and get out there, come out with a win tonight.
Right on, Matt. Yeah, right now the Red Wolves are lining up for kick return. They have the coin toss has gone through. Today we are celebrating a number of things today, Matt. Today is Friday the 13th, so you thought Halloween was our spooky one. We got some more of that for you today. We also have homecoming. This is Walden Grove's homecoming this year. And finally, it's our Veterans Day game.
I want to give a big shout out to my uncle who turned 95 this Veterans Day, served in World War II.
Well, thank you to him for his service. We also have some veterans on the Walden Grove football coaching staff. Special shout out to Coach Dale Fortin, Brian Armstrong, Brandon Nielsen, Phil Steele, and active duty member Robert Cash. Thank you to all of you heroes, all at home listening and following on the live stream and staying here in stadium tonight. We thank all of our heroes for their service to our great nation.
All right, Marana with the kickoff.
And it is picked up by number 11, Duncan Hoover. Colby Gaines with the return. Not much on it.
No, he struggled to pick that off the ground for a second.
Yes, sir. Looks like Walden Grove is going to line up with the trip set to the near side, to the bottom of your screen. And the ref signals that play will begin.
Got a hard count to start.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Marana jumps, but there's no signal from the referee. Oh, and the ball's on his head.
Snap.
And Stevens, the quarterback, number 2, falls on it. And the crowd is visibly and verbally upset. Matt, what do you got to say on that play?
Well, let them get a few positive plays under their belt to calm down.
Not only do the players have to calm down, the referees do too, and make sure they're paying attention to the game. And it looks like Stephen Brower moves up.
Goes to number 40.
And it is about a 3-yard gain, apparently. Little inside zone. What do you think about starting off with the running game there, Matt?
Well, the running game allows you to control the clock, and so I'm a big fan of it.
Excellent, excellent. And Stevens drops back to pass. He rolls to his right. He's on his feet. He's moving. He looks downfield. And the pass is
bobbled by number 13.
Ty McDermott. Ty McDermott on the drop there. A rare drop for Ty McDermott. In a recent interview with 520 Sports held at Frog and Firkin in Tucson, Arizona, Ty McDermott said that his favorite food is the quarterback Jason Stevens' mother's tacos. Apparently, Kelly Stevens makes the best tacos. And so Ty and quarterback Jason picked both of those as their favorite food.
Are you a chicken or a carne asada kind of guy?
I got a carne asada burrito under my seat right now, Matt.
I think that answers it for us, folks.
And I'm going to give a special shout out to one of our sponsors who specials in Mexican food, Micha's Restaurant on 2908 South 4th Avenue. We have a punt there, kicked and down at the 39-yard line. Micha's Restaurant at 2908 South 4th Avenue in Tucson, Arizona, 85713. They have some of the best
carne asada
tacos and burritos that you can find. They are also a proud sponsor of our team meals here at Walden Grove. They've provided a number of team meals for Walden Grove this season, and it's the best.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little jealous hearing that, Nelson.
Right. So the defense takes the field for Walden Grove, led by senior linebacker and 3-year starter Sebastian Adamski. What do you want to see after Sebastian this week after having a dominating performance last week against the Saguaro?
Well, you obviously want to see him continue to dominate. He's had a heck of a senior year so far in this football campaign, but it is far from over, and he's got a lot of action yet to see.
Right on. And I got on that one, I got a Ty McDermott tackle on that one. And on that play, it looks like Marana got 7 yards. They got quads to the boundary here, to the wide side of the field on the bottom of your screen. And they are throwing the key screen. It is out. Overthrown by the quarterback of Marana High School.
Oh, I bet they'd like to take that one back.
Yeah. It looks like the guy with the line marker, he got a little jealous and started moving the marker a little bit closer. But incomplete does not move it. It does.
No, I think they're just a little bit eager.
A lot of anticipation for this game this year. You got 2 great football. We got trips to the boundary. Quarterback is signaling a hot route, it looks like. I'm guessing we're going to see pass here.
3rd and 3. Pass, and it is over his head.
Number 23, Zach Young on the coverage. The receiver for Marana really got some ups there, but, I mean, it was just a poorly thrown ball, a little overhead.
Yeah, we're seeing, we've had 2 overthrown balls now, and they better hope their quarterback settles down, or this might be a tough night for them.
That 3rd down play is going to be brought to you by Triple Play. Shout out to Joe Reeman at Triple Play, where we are being live broadcasted there. Triple Play can be found at 1570 West Duval Mine Road in Green Valley, Arizona. Some of the best hot wings in town, Matt.
All right, it looks like they might be. Are they going for it? Or are we kicking?
It appears so. And the back judge is throwing a flag for delay of game. Delay of game. Not good on 3rd and 4 when you're trying to go for it.
Yeah, that makes a doable situation into a less doable situation, Carl.
And it looks like you can see the punt team from Marana is now coming out.
Yeah, that's probably the smart choice at this point.
Back to receive is number 10, Duncan Hoover. Or Caleb Lyden. Sorry. It is Duncan Hoover. But
it's number 13. It's
number 13, Ty McDermott. Ty McDermott with the best haircut on the team.
I've heard you mention his haircut before, Nelson.
Yes, Ty takes great care every morning, brushing it 100 times with a ivory tooth comb.
Well, when you still have hair, you gotta enjoy it.
Right? Yeah. Like, I wish I had hair like that.
It's still in its original color. Oh, it must be great.
Don't tell people my secrets there, man. So Walden Grove is getting the play from offensive coordinator Kyle Day.
All right, let's see if we can get a little bit longer of an offensive drive going here. We've had 2 3-and-outs so far. Handoff.
Up the middle.
Looks like it's a great little 1st down run there.
It's about a 5 or 6 yard gain there, Matt. What does getting a good run on 1st down do for you?
Well, it means on 2nd down you can run it again, or you could throw it. It just keeps that defense guessing, and it gives you the best opportunity to make a positive play.
That big, strong carry is brought to you by Justin Foss at Copper Fitness at 1060 West Beta Street, Suite 150 in Green Valley. Copper Fitness for all your weightlifting needs.
Pass play out to Steven.
Brower is out. He's running loose. Oh, and he's pushed out at the 20-yard line. Holy cow.
What a run by Brower.
You know what games like that, Matt? Home values. Julie Gross, realtor with Home Smart Pros, if you're looking for an experienced and knowledgeable realtor to buy or sell a home, contact Julie at 520-433-2790 or get her at her work address, 101 South La Cañada Drive, Suite 63 here in Green Valley. Julia Graz, realtor with Home Smart Pros.
Knows the value of land, just like this football team.
Oh
no!
Ball, second errant snap, and Marana has it. Marana has it.
And it looks like it's recovered by the
Well, so much for the good
Tigers.
field position, Nelson. We're going to be going back to defense and looking to make another stop here.
Right on.
Ball is at the
That
30
turnover is
yard
brought to you by
line,
Jamie
first
Farmer.
and 10.
Thanks for not letting us down. Signed, the JVB football team. So, Matt, today is homecoming. I have some interesting homecoming facts for you. You mind if I give you one?
Oh, I'd love to hear these.
All right, some facts about homecoming. The first homecoming, the NCAA credits the University of Missouri with the first homecoming event in 1911. Marana steps back to pass. Ball's up and tipped. We got coverage on three guys there. We have 34 Ronnieberg covering the vertical passing threat underneath. We have coming from the outside. We have cornerback number 23 Zach Young, and then free safety Duncan Hoover over the top.
It was a good pass, though. That absolutely was catchable.
Absolutely, Matt. And Marana is lining up with trips to the top of your screen and line up in the pistol, and they're running right downhill, and it is stopped
By number 58.
Number 58.
Josh.
Ed Peralta, De La Luz. Love me some Ed Peralta.
By big number 58 breaking through the line.
You can hear our stadium PA behind us getting the information to you just a little bit slower than us. So for those of you who want the information faster, follow the live stream.
With the tackle. Tackle for loss.
I'm just kidding with you. He does a great job. We got to be up there in the booth last week with Mr. Ilian, and he's been doing this for a couple of years now for Walden Grove, the in-house PA. Marana motions out a receiver. Quarterback drops back to pass, and he's on the run.
He's looking to avoid.
Oh, my goodness. Number
Incomplete
8.
pass.
Number 8, Stu Taylor. And number 3, Sebastian Adamski.
Looking like it's going to be bringing up fourth down.
Wow.
Adamski.
That fourth down
Adamski with
is going to be
the
brought to you by Day Excavation for all your excavation needs. Call Day Excavation at 520-625-1965.
Well, I tell you what,
Excavation.
those boys just dug us out of a bit of a hole.
Oh, yes. The defense is going to do that when we've had 2 errant snaps by center Zach Reiswitz and Jason Stevens, and it's terrible to have your first time mentioned as a mistake, but we're going to see some good work out of the 2 of them for the rest of tonight.
Punt barely gets away and gets all the way to the 40-yard line where the Red Wolves will start with a first and 10.
Red Wolves getting the ball for the third time tonight
Jake would like to
with
thank all
just
fans
over, not even halfway into the first quarter.
during the pandemic. Having so many students volunteer to
Walden
help has
Grove
made
Booster
it
Club
possible
would like
for
to
Walden
say-
Grove families to stay safe and still watch the games.
Walden Grove Booster Club raises money to pay for tournaments, team equipment, meals, and much more. The only way that happens with volunteers. Come on now, help the Walden Grove Booster Club. Delayed handoff to Brower, and he is just dragging
Looks
Marana
like
Tiger
he got
Tiger.
about 9 or 10 yards on that run. First down.
Brower. He's tackled by number 50, but not until he picks up a first down, Red Wolves.
That first down is brought to you by Coach Klepper. He makes coaching football look good. I mean real good.
Fox with the stop.
Walden Grove lines up with the Twins. And if you got a horse like Brower, why not stop heading on the football?
Keep riding that horse is what they
Tackled by
say.
the middle of the
Who says that, Matt?
Marana Tigers.
Oh, I'm sure somebody does.
Oh, okay, great.
Like he got about 2 falling forward. Brings up a second and 8.
Got about 2nd and 8 yards there. About a 2-yard gain by Brower. Line up with Twins. Oh, trips to the near side. Stevens drops back to pass. And it is caught.
Pass is complete.
Right, number 11, Colby Gaines, welcome back to the action. Colby Gaines, number 11, with his first catch on the night.
And that'll be for a first down.
Excellent. Excellent. That first down is brought to you by Lena Gamboa. Thank you for putting up with
Check
James.
that, number 11 making the catch.
Everybody.
Colby Gaines.
Motioning out. Hand it off to Brower. Little wide zone action. And it looks like
Brower
about
gets the handoff.
a 2-yard. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Matt, I got a joke for you. You want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Comes up a 2nd and 10.
Why didn't the dog want to play football?
You stumped me, Carl.
Because the dog was a boxer.
That was a knee slapper.
For sure. Trips to the boundary. Stevens throws deep over the middle. Caught by Colby Gaines.
Welcome back to the action indeed.
Wow. Colby Gaines. Colby Gaines led his freshman team with 10 receiving touchdowns, leading scorer on the team that year. And he was Stevens' favorite target then, and it doesn't look like much has changed.
Well,
Colby Gaines with the reception.
Wow.
Walden lines up for the extra point.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Mr. Noble's 6th period class. You're almost as good as Mr. Nelson's class.
Kick is up.
And it's good.
That extra point is good.
So the Red Bulls strike first with 6 minutes and 7 seconds.
So we have a couple
left in
other
the first
sponsors here
quarter.
we want to say thank you
It's
to.
Red Bulls 7.
Not only for Meech's do we have some great Mexican food, we also have El Charro, found on 178 East Broadway Boulevard in Tucson, Arizona, 85701. Thank you for taking good care of our boys and feeding them during our season.
7th place finish.
That is from our Booster Club. Thank you so much.
The 7th place
Big shout out to
finish
Booster
is
Club
the
President
Boys
Dawn
Jazz.
Camp. She's here tonight cheering on her son, Devin Camp, another stud receiver that Walden Grove has, and he also plays a little safety for Walden Grove.
And just a reminder, the Booster Club is accepting banner sponsorships. You can go to WGHS football at sawarita.net. Email them to sign up.
Right on. They always need more help. Always need help. They need help for next season. So if you're interested in helping out, the next Booster Club meeting is on November 17th at 6:30 at Triple Play, one of our big-time sponsors. Thanks again, Joe Riemann. And Adrian Alvarado, 4.5-star kicker, kicks off to the Marana Tigers, and they take it out from the 10. And he hits the wide side of the field with a head of steam. And he goes down the sideline, but flags are flying all over the back of the play as number 3 for Marana coasts into the end zone.
Well,
How deflating is that, Matt, to see a flag after you see that big-time kick run like that?
yeah, flags or not, it's never good to let the guy go all the way to the end zone. But we can hope now that that flag is going to keep Walden out of from letting things get tied up a little quickly here.
Holding is the call against the offense, so it'll bring the ball back.
It's going to be a holding call, and so that's going to bring the whole play back.
Marana 20-yard line approximately, or maybe more. Still walking. Looks like he's down around the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for Marana.
Tell you what, that's some speed that you got to keep your eye on for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you're not kicking to that guy again.
No, not if you can help it.
No, not at all.
It was a nice kickoff, but it was also a nice return. If it hadn't been for the holding.
So the Marana Tigers are going to come out in a, looks like a trip set to the field here, or to the boundary, or to the field, to the bottom of your screen here. Oh, they got 2 back set, sorry. And it is a misdirection, and it is snuffed out right away by Walden Grove and a host of Walden Grove Red Wolf tacklers. It's going to bring up a 2nd and probably 9.
He didn't get very far, though. He's tackled there by number 9, Caleb Lyden.
Caleb Lyden on the
Pick
tackle.
up about 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
Caleb Lyden, one of the sophomores starting for the Red Wolves at number 9. What do you know about Caleb, Matt?
Oh, Caleb's a great player offensively or defensively, and he's going to be making plays for the Red Wolves for the next few years. So get used to hearing his name, folks.
Pass out to the tailback. And they're getting that speedy return man, the ball out in space, but my goodness, he gets swallowed up. Appears to be for a loss. It's going to bring up third and long.
Zach Young with the tackle.
For the Red Wolves. Make that 23. Zach Young with a nice tackle.
We've got a couple of other additional sponsors here. We have Frenchie's Wedding and Event
Brings
Planning.
up a third and
Wedding and
about
event
8.
rentals for all your wedding and event rental needs. Wildcats Children's Playground, Lynch Construction, painting and roofing, and remodeling. Thank you for sponsoring banners.
All right, facing 3rd down and 8. Go for
They
the
drop back in
pass.
the pass. Quarterback off and running, but he is swallowed up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Number 58 on the tackle. That is...
And Peralta again.
Peralta. What a beast.
And the quarterback.
You know, one of the things with playing kind of a season like this where it's late, you're going to need guys who are maybe not your best players, but definitely are guys who are tenacious in practice, who are going to start stealing reps in practice like Ed does, and they're going to get into the game. And now Ed is showing you why he deserves all that playing time that he's been getting so far. Marana lines up to punt. And it is away. It is a low line drive punt. It's a poison call.
Gets a little across midfield just by a hair.
By a back dropping, Matt.
Ah!
Red Wolves will take over 1st and 10.
Just a little bit of guano.
Just a little. Matt, you want to hear another joke?
I'm all ears, Nelson.
Where do football players, since it's homecoming and there's a football game, where do football players dance?
The ballroom?
Yeah, kind of. At a football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I was onto something there.
Stevens drops back all the time in the world.
Tipped up and thankfully falls
Harmlessly
to the
to the
field.
Incomplete, intended for number
McDermott
13,
dropped by
Ryan
McDermott. We have a
That
couple of
offensive
linemen on the
line
shot.
is
Center,
well made.
Zach
Just
Reiswitz.
over the defense and
His
make the
mother
pass.
says that it's the
Good
only
job,
face that she
Malone.
could love. We have Justin Sheehow, as junior. His favorite place to get a burger is called Mickey Lou's Burgers in Wisconsin. Jeffrey Hanlong enjoys his pizza. We have Michael Cromer.
We've got a handoff going up the middle for about 20 yards.
Right up the middle.
And just as we're talking about the offensive line, they just start road grading. And road grading makes me think of Day Excavation. Day Excavation. For all your excavation needs, call Days Excavation at 520-625-1965. That's Days Excavation. We also have offensive tackle Gabe Daigle. His favorite food is from a place called Chef Roy's from Lafayette, and he's famous for his Louisiana-style gumbo. Stevens rolls out and throws a
Jason's
low
is
pass,
incomplete.
and that is going to bring up 2nd down.
Was that pass out to Matthew Enriquez?
Appears to be so. And Brower comes out, and a flag
There's a
is
late flag
thrown,
on the play.
and it appears that it is going to be a sideline call, that there's a dead ball personal foul. It's a roughing the passer, intentional groundings on the quarterback, and it's a delay of game. And loss of down, it's going to bring up 2nd and about 20 yards.
Intentional grounding.
That's a rough one. When you
I was
throw
just
the
gonna
ball to
say-
nobody,
Down
you know, you're going to get a call.
Yeah, that might kill the drive here. Let's see if they can dig themselves out of this little hole they find themselves in.
If anybody can, this receiving crew led by McDermott and Hoover, it seems that they can do it. You've already had Gaines strike, and they throw it to number 10, Duncan Hoover. That's what you need right there. Just
Yeah.
get your rhythm back.
We've got a 3rd and manageable coming up.
Colby Gaines. Like Kobe
And honestly,
that yardage.
You know, I don't want to preempt what's going to happen, but this might be 4th down depending on where the ball ends
Yeah,
up.
it's going to be. This could be 4 down territory. You got a great kicker, but
But-
you got to get him some space in front of him.
Oh!
That ball looks like it's almost thrown behind to the
Pass
tailback
is
here,
incomplete,
Matthew
goes out of
Enriquez.
bounds.
Bring up 4th and about 11 or 12.
Yeah, I bet Stevens wants to get that one back.
Brings up the 4th down for the Red Wolves.
And it appears that the offenses for Walden Grove is staying
Ball
on
is
the
at
field.
about the 30.
Coach Noble staying aggressive if this is the call.
Yes, sir.
Picked up to 34.
Aggression, of course, is what won them the game last week against Saguaro.
The ethos of the Walden Grove football is we're gonna take some chances.
Oh,
And ball is tipped by Marana as it falls to
Pass is
incomplete. The
incomplete.
defense for
Broke
Walden
up on
Grove hits the
play by
field.
number 6.
And Marana, coming off of
Guy
a
Spencer
great
for the
return
Tigers
that
with
gets
a nice
called back, is
defensive
now
play.
hitting the field again. And they look to take some more chances
That
down
brings
the
up a
field.
turnover
well,
on the
it really
field for
strikes
the
me.
Tigers.
Marana is
Goes
playing
to
tough
34.
tonight. They want their first win of the
down.
season, and you know, if they keep playing like this, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. As the Walden Grove offense huddles around the instant replay monitor on the bottom of your screen, if you can see them. Defense is on the field, drops back for pass, flag flies, and it is
Pass is
defended
incomplete.
by number 33.
Lucas Quillen.
On the play.
Lucas Quillen, nice job on the
play by number
defense,
33.
but it might be for
Lucas
naught.
Quillen.
Looks like it's going to be initial calls on the defense.
The
False
legal
start.
procedure.
Oh, on the
Looks like
offense.
somebody
Here we go.
jumped there for the
Legal
Tigers.
procedure. It's going to move him back
They'll
5
move
yards.
back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Coach on the opposing team making his thoughts known.
You could hear that too. Marana lines up with trips to the bottom of your screen. And he's throwing that key screen out there. And Quillen misses the tackle, but it is cleaned up there by number 23.
Just game
Young.
tackled by Walden at the end there. I like to see a swarm tackle.
You know,
Nice play by
the Wolf
Tigers.
Pack
The pass
tackles
is
together,
complete to
Matt.
number 3.
Is that a saying?
Ever know.
It is now.
It should have been already. It should be in my
Finally
notes.
tackled on the play by number 23.
That brings up 3rd down and about
4
4 yards.
Zach Young.
And the first time out of the game is attributed to
Timeout being called.
the Marana. That timeout is brought to you by Dr. Teresa Hill, named Best Principal in Arizona by me
That's Marana's
just
first
now.
timeout of the half.
Thanks, Dr. Hill.
Congratulations.
Back-to-back years in a row for her.
Hey, last week, senior boy golfer Gabe Escalera competed
We have a
in
couple
the
of
state
announcements
golf
for you.
tournament at the Omni Golf Course.
Walden Grove announcements.
After a 2-day
We
event,
have
Gabe finished
last
in
night the
8th
JBB
place
football team
at
defeated
even
Marana
par,
Tigers last night by a
earning
score of
Gabe
32-14.
all-state
This is the
honors.
first win in the young season
This
by the
was a great
JBB
end
team.
to a great
job, Red
career.
Wolves. Heard they're coached by a really handsome
Gabe
man. You hear anything about him?
Escalera.
I've actually heard the opposite, Carl.
Oh, well, I hope my information's better than yours. 3rd down and 4 comes on up.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
Drops back to pass, and he's on the run again. He's taking off.
It looks like he will get that first down.
Made the tackle
He
by
is
Duncan
stopped.
Hoover.
That's number 12 with the nice run there, Elijah Joplin.
Duncan
who
Hoover, a two-way
sneaks
starter
through
for
the middle
Walden
of the
Grove,
line
just getting a lot of
and gets
playing
the
time in
first
his
and 10
junior
for the
year.
Marana Tigers
Walden Grove's looking to
at
get
the
a lot of good
48
playing time
yard line.
out of him. Marana lined up in the 2-back set. And they're running a fake run. Swing it out to their speedy receiver, number 3. And he's on the loose.
That'll be another first down.
It's about a
Pass is
16-yard
To
gain.
number 3.
Marana is putting together a drive.
With the completion and another first down for the Tigers.
That first down is brought to you by Murray Hicks. Despite his last name, he really is quite cultured. Thanks, Murray. One of Coach Hicks's golfers, his name is Gabe Escalera. He competed in state golf tournament at the Omni Golf Course. After a 2-day tournament, Gabe finished in 8th place at an even par, earning Gabe all-state honors. Straight into a great career.
And the quarterback is sacked for a big loss.
Oh, no.
Looked like he was trying to wave his player out, and
Ryan Thompson on that sack. Wow.
yeah, he got he threw off the first tackler, but the second guy got all of him.
Ryan Thompson.
Red Wolves got to eat.
Nice play.
Red Wolves are hungry.
Couple of Red Wolves in there. Looks like the quarterback was waving.
2nd and
And
20.
waving.
Yeah, you're going to have to leave that back in to block for you. If you're going to have your quarterback keep taking shots like that. Quarterback dropped back to pass, and the tailback stays in the block. Little hitch route, thrown a little outside. Well defended by number 9, Caleb Blyden.
Complete, intended for number 6, Kai Spencer.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 20. What do you think you're going to see here, Matt?
Well, probably a long pass
That's
play.
coverage on the play by number 9, Caleb Blyden.
I'm thinking of something of the smash
Brings up a
variety. You're going to
third
have
down.
one receiver do a short route, probably on the top of your screen here, and then the other two try to confuse the DBs, and then hopefully have the quarterback. What the quarterback might do is just eye that short route, and then have people jump it, then just to release the ball deep.
Yeah, they really haven't given him a lot of time to skip back and
Anderson's
set.
throwing it.
He
Ball's
got
up.
the ball up, and it's a
And it
catch
is
for a
caught.
touchdown. Marana.
Tigers.
And that's just a simple fly route, just right down. And that puts the score at 6-7.
Joplin with a nice long pass for the touchdown. Now they'll set up
Walden
for the
Grove.
point after.
Wants to honor Veterans Day. Veterans Day honors all those who have served in the country in war or peace, dead or alive, and although it's largely intended to thank living veterans for their sacrifices, it was originally called
Alonzo Larue with
Armistice
the
Day,
kick. It's up,
commemorating the end of
good.
World War I. Thanks again to all of our veterans.
So that was the end of the first quarter of that last play too. So after one quarter of play, it is now tied.
So, Matt, the first quarter is
7-7.
now over on that last play. What are your takeaways with the score being tied 7-7?
Well,
The junior varsity
I think Walden's going to have to play better if they want to come away with their win.
by a score of
Yeah, you know, sometimes after a
2-15.
big win, a big program-changing, altering win, like they had at Saguaro, sometimes there's a natural letdown. And it's going to be Coach Noble and Coach Day and Coach Chalvet, the 3 coordinators' job, to get their parts of the team up to speed to play, because Marana came to play. That's evident. Now, I would say they've only had one real big play that's actually counted, but at the same time, in high school football, it's a game of big plays. And Kobe Gaines had a big catch down the middle, and that kid had a catch down the left sideline. It's just a game of big plays.
Well, no matter what, it looks like we're in for a really exciting game of football for the next 3 quarters.
And for those of you who have paid for our live stream or watching our live stream at Triple Play as a major sponsor for this game for us, oh, it's a pooch kick. Picked up by Adamski, and he's got a whole head of Steve, and he's grabbed up by a whole host of Tiger tacklers.
Red Wolves will take over near the midfield.
That's going to be another short field for Walden Grove to work with. They've had a turnover on downs, and they've had a turnover with a fumbled snap over the head. So they got to clean up a couple of these things, convert on 4th down. and
Well,
third down.
that's the thing I was thinking is convert. The key word here, get some conversions and get some points.
See Duncan Hoover on the bottom of your screen checking in with the referee, and it is a run to Brower. No, it's not. Stevens is keeping it. Holy cow. He's got blockers in front of him, and he's
out about the 33-yard line.
That's going to be about a 17-yard gain there, Matt.
Along the left side.
Well, maybe not quite to the 33, but what a run.
Stevens, a more traditional pocket passing quarterback, but what kind of dimension does that bring to your team when your pocket passing quarterback can also run?
Well, you know what I noticed in that play was he sold the fake.
Yeah.
The running back, I believed that the running back had the ball. I believed that the quarterback had handed it off. And so when I realized that the quarterback was running with it, I was just really pleased with such a smooth deception out of both of those players.
I mean, I pulled the classic Tony Romo by just saying that one guy has the ball and the cameraman follows the wrong guy, and somebody else with a good fake is carrying it out. The ball's going the other way. It's a great job by Stevens.
Stevens and Stephen Brower.
And Stephen Brower. Stephen Brower.
Stefan, sorry. But to sell the fake, you know, I mean, you know you're not getting the ball, but to really act it out, that is important.
That's a good teammate right there, and they line up with trips to the boundary, trips to the field, and they throw it out, and they got number 5, Alex Culbertson. Cubby Bear gets it down to the 3-yard line, and wow, the small slot receiver is just putting the team on the back with that one.
You know, sources tell me, Carl, he is faster than Javier Bravo. Is this true?
I actually witnessed a foot race while they were in 8th grade. 50 yards across the field, and yes, it is true. The winner got a Gatorade, and Alex Culbertson was the winner.
Well, congratulations, Alex.
He's got a lifelong set of accolades, and that's just one of the many. To Brower, no, it's not handed off to Brower. Stevens keeps it again, and he gets into the end zone for a Red Wolf touchdown.
Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And in a little over a minute, the Red Wolves march right down the field and put themselves back up by a score.
Absolutely. That touchdown is brought to you by Dr. Hill, Miss Blazer, and Mr. Elkert's Crayon Costumes. That was a bright idea. Bright as in colorful, because they were crayons.
I'm sorry, I just try to ignore your jokes half the time.
Matt, you're missing out on gold. I'm giving you gold here, Matt. Let's give you gold.
Scores 14 for the Red Wolves and 7 for
So
the
right now,
Tigers.
it's a great time to mention some of our other accolades from our school. Congratulations to the boys cross country team on their 7th place finish in the state meet on Thursday in Phoenix. The 7th place finish is the boys' best finish in state. Jonathan Lane finished in 6th place overall as an individual. Great job, cross country. And Miss Jake would like to thank all the film and TV students who have stepped forward to help with sports streaming during the pandemic. Having so many students volunteer to help has made it possible for the Walden Grove families to stay here and stay safe to still watch the games.
Well, we certainly appreciate all that the students do for us during these games. Big shout out to them.
It's all about the kids here in SUSD 3-0, Matt. You would know. You're a teacher here yourself.
That's right. And it's great coming back to see these kids a few years later, a little bit taller than me now, but
Alvarado kicks the ball and into the end zone. The best way to keep the ball out of that fast kid's hand is put it in the end zone.
that's right. That's one of the keys to keeping your special teams fresh on the field, huh?
Oh, yeah. One of the earlier kicking coaches Adrian had was Coach Kyle Day, who's now the offensive coordinator for Walden Grove. Kyle Day was a graduate of Sarita High School and played football at the University of Arizona, and he held the record for longest field goal made in a game in Arizona State history, and it wasn't broken until just last week. Looks like a run up the middle.
Can you tell me how long that kick was, Nelson?
I would say it's either 53, 54, 63, or 64. I don't think 63 or 64.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Accurate. I don't want to. I would rather give no information than bad information.
I'm more of a bad information kind of guy myself.
Yeah? Where do you get your news there, Matt? Wouldn't the world like to know? No, I'm just kidding. And they got a trips bunch to the bottom of your screen, and they are running the ball up the middle.
And he breaks
for
steam.
That's about a
15 yards.
12, 15-yard gain there.
Finally brought down by number 34.
Just want to give another shout out to our sponsors here. Julie Gross, realtor with Home Smart Pros. Looking for an experienced and knowledgeable realtor to buy or sell a home? Contact Julie at 520-433-2790 101 at 1, or reach her at her office at 101 South La Cañada Drive in Suite 63 in Green Valley.
Ronnie Bird
gobbled up over there by number 13.
Ty
McDermott.
Ronnie Berg continuing to make his presence known on that last tackle.
Ronnie Berg is a little quiet to start this game, but I think we're going to see a lot more of him coming out now, especially if they're going to be running the ball. Ronnie Berg is a great tackler, but he's just not quite a sideline to sideline, but definitely number to number kind of.
Well, he took a shot to the face earlier. He had to come out for a minute and get back in, but he's out. He's back in, and we're looking for him to make some more plays.
Berg playing linebacker at the bottom of your screen. And the quarterback throws out, and he's got an open receiver as he steps out of the field right in front of us here.
Ty covering the receiver.
Number 13, Ty McDermott over here, pushing him out of, helping him out of bounds.
It'll be first and 10. First and 10.
And
for the
Marana,
Tigers.
what they want to do is they want to run up tempo. When they have things working, they want to keep it going with you. You now see them run their second or third first down. Oh, it looks like the tailback is moving forward, but they're not calling that one. Another catch,
Pass is
inbounds. When you get a head start on a play like that, it's going to give you that advantage with your timing.
Oh, yeah, if I could get away with that, I'd do it every time.
Right.
He takes it out of bounds after a gain of about 4.
This referee has never seen a game of red light, green light before. He's supposed to be at red light pre-snap. Tailback's moving again. He's twitching. There he is again. He's moving. He's leaning forward. Deep pass on your left sideline. They got one-on-one to Leiden. Leiden covering, and the flag comes in. I'm assuming that's going to be on him.
Incomplete, but there is in the play.
Don't have a good enough angle from where I'm sitting, Matt, to qualify the flag or not, but from what I could see, I don't know. Matt, got another joke for you. What do football players do when they get overheated?
You're going to have to tell me, Nelson.
They get closer to the fans.
Oh,
Gold here for everybody watching at home. I'm giving you gold. I know at Triple Play you guys are sitting there chuckling and probably eating some buffalo wings, which are fantastic from Triple Play.
well, yeah, here some people are starting to take your jokes and use them around town.
Oh, yeah. I can't walk down the hallways at Walden Grove without somebody repeating one of my great one-liners.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
You must be honored.
Yeah. Outside zone run to number 24 on Marana, and he is swallowed. whole.
Jensen, he runs for about 5
Looks like
yards.
Ronnie Berg on the tackle. That kind of vicious tackle.
That's
Usually-
Ronnie Berg's trademark.
Yeah. It's
Number 58.
No.
Quick stop
It's
on
at
him.
Peralta.
Edward Peralta.
great job. Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Edward, keeping busy tonight.
They got trips down on the bottom of your screen. Number 3 is their speedy returner. I'd keep my eyes on him. Pass. And he's throwing it.
Oh,
And it is a
caught in
McDermott
coverage.
attempts to jump the
Pass is
route
complete.
and just barely misses it, and he gets away. Who made the? Did you catch a tackle there?
First and 10 for the Tigers.
I did not.
I did not do it as well.
Walden looking for a stop.
And they hand off outside zone. And
And
it looks like a
after
tackle by
Jensen.
number 9, Leiden. Caleb Leiden.
Stop
making his
by
presence known. Gonna get it. He's gonna make up for that pass
Caleb
interference call,
Leiden.
Matt. You know, sometimes if your coverage isn't there, you got to help out in the run game. And when your run game isn't helping, you got to help out in the pass game. It's just good team football there.
Well, we're facing about second and 6.
And
Fakes the handoff.
It's a boot. The bootleg quarterback's on the run. He's looking downfield. He's going to run. And he's going to get tackled there by number 13,
Ty McDermott.
Number 12, Elijah Joplin.
They call him the everywhere
Runs
man.
around the right side for a
Because he's
first
Johnny
down
Cash.
for the Tigers. Finally brought down on the play
That
by
first down
Tyler.
is brought to you
Tyler
by
McDermott.
Rita Hardy's 6th-period class. Keep reaching for the stars.
Ball's inside the 10, so it's a first and goal.
Score is
for
14
the
to 7.
Tigers.
6.5 minutes remaining in the half. Marana has got the ball on the 5-yard line. It is a low thrown pass and well covered over there by
I
number
don't think
23, Zach
they're
Young.
getting any closer on that play.
Pass is incomplete.
No, not at all.
Now move back a few yards, about
Broken up on the play.
looks like
by
about 8 yards or so to get in the end zone.
Second and goal.
Walden looking to make a defensive stand here.
Quarterback drops back to pass, and he's being hunted, but he's on the loose. Oh, and he is toppled over,
He makes it
and
into
he
the end
gets
zone.
into the end zone. It's a great outside run there.
Looks like a touchdown for the Tigers.
And Coach Noble's defense allows the second touchdown in the first half there. important extra point coming up here. It's about 5 minutes and 45
That
seconds.
was Elijah jumping. It's a nice carry around the left end for the touchdown.
And the kick is up, and it is
Kick
away,
is up.
and it appears to be good.
And it's good.
It
We
is
got a
good.
tie game, Nelson.
Score with 5 minutes and 45 seconds
Walden
left.
Grove's offense
14
moved
14.
pretty easily. You know, there weren't
It
many
is
setbacks on the last drive. You had
homecoming
Stevens
and,
doing some
Royalty
keeps on running
will
plays. So
make
they're,
their way to the
they're, the
west end
defense
of
is
the
gaining
field.
Brower. Stevens is getting
That's the end of
away
the
with
field
some
where they just
pretty
play
naked
football,
runs out there,
in case
and he's
you're not
hitting
sure about
receivers.
that.
He's hitting them all.
And we'll be waiting for you down here to get you all
He
set
is.
up for the
Are they going to
halftime
have
show.
an accidental turnover to stop it?
That's what I was just going to say. That mistake-free offense really comes into play now when you see both offenses seemingly moving down the field with some ease now.
Yes.
What do you think?
Coach Noble giving his defense some encouragement. And right now, the Marana kickoff team is out there. And the ball's away, and it is caught. And you got Colby Gaines hitting an open, laying the kicker out. Holy cow, great job.
Past the 40-yard line. Good return.
Walden Grove is dominating on the field position game. They are starting at near midfield every single
The
drive.
Red Bulls will have a good starting position at the 44-yard line.
They're going to line up with trips, and I would assume you're going to see Walden Grove coming out here, and they want to score. I don't think they're going to try to go slow and run out the clock here. I think they're going to want to score so they can try and score again, Matt. They're going to change formations here, sending number 11 Colby Gaines across the formation. Lining up in twins. Clock has got to be running out here. Motioning now. Toss to Brower as he gets outside. And he gains about 2 to 3 yards here. As you see a bunch of Marana players just toppling over, getting blocked hard downfield by that Walden Grove offensive line, led by an all-junior crew.
Number 23 way over here on the sideline, that's Isaiah Roebuck.
Walden Grove is going no huddle, lined up, looking at their wristbands.
Second and a long 7.
Stevens back, eyeing the defense, takes the snap, loads downfield.
Oh, could not connect with Alex Culbertson.
It's an uncommon drop for Culbertson there. He's usually pretty sure-handed. It's high school football, so that will happen every once in a while.
Walden facing third down.
Brings up a third and a long 7.
This is a third down I'm pretty sure they'd like to have.
Yep.
Intended receiver was Alex Culbertson.
Now, there's about 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. We're tied 14-14. Stevens fakes the handoff, then gives it, and Brower powers on third down, so up to about a yard short.
Run goes up the middle to Brower.
And with 4 minutes and 40 seconds with the clock running,
I have a feeling we're going to go for it here.
the offense is going to stay on the field here.
Parents and the homecoming royalty to the west end, down on the track.
Looks like an offsides. Oh, no. Oh, a huge mental error by Marana. Jumping offsides on 4th and short. That's going to just walk the young ball 5 more yards and give Walden Grove a first down.
That hard count can be a killer. You saw them try the hard count on the first down of this series. They couldn't quite get him to jump.
That elevated crowd noise, Matt, I think is having an impact. Though there's not many people here, they are being quite noisy. Stevens drops back to pass, and he lets it rip.
Ooh.
And he shoots for number 13.
Ty McDermott.
And those connections are just not on point today.
Intended for Ty McDermott.
They're just going to have to sharpen that up. But, I mean, 2nd and 10's coming up. It might be sharp this next play, so you never know. quick little homecoming fact. University of Illinois claims to have the longest running homecoming tradition starting in 1910, only skipping 1 year in 1918 when the influenza epidemic kept people from gathering in large numbers. Stevens on the run, breaking tackles.
Jason Stevens keeps the ball himself.
Wow, Stevens normally keeping the Red Wolves on his back with his arm. Now, keeping them on his back with his feet.
Yeah, I did not expect Stevens to be such a dual threat quarterback tonight.
Yeah, not his normal forte, but sometimes when you're in a tight game like this, you're going to have to challenge and push yourself. And being uncomfortable like that is what great players are okay with doing. It's got Brower in the backfield. It's got trips to the bottom of your screen here. Drops for back for pass, and he's got all the another jump by Culbertson there over the middle. They really want to hit that over the middle, and it's just a little timing, just not getting there.
Well, he had to get that pass away. He was about to have someone coming up behind and possibly taking that ball away from him.
This all-junior offensive line has been doing a great job protecting Stevens, but yeah, eventually they're going to change up their line stunts. They're going to blitz a linebacker. They're going to bring additional heat, and you felt that at the end of that play for Stevens. That timeout is brought to you by Jacob Montano, the new head basketball coach here at Walden Grove and high school teacher extraordinaire. Welcome and good luck from the history department.
From building 2 to Ryan.
Congratulations to Student Council for getting creative to continue our homecoming tradition. They're putting it together through tough regulations, but pull it off. Way to go, guys.
I had some coffee in building 2 today. It was pretty good.
We'll separate. We have the king and the queen.
And up comes fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. Another going for it again. You got a 4.5-star punter, but you know what? You got a great defense too.
Yeah, I can see why he's risking it, but if this doesn't pay off, they're going to regret it.
Stevens rolls out. And it is caught for the first down. First down. Great play over there to number 5, Alex Culbertson, getting some redemption for those 2 earlier drives. I see Culbertson doing a great job for the rest of this game. That first down's brought to you by J.J. Borgia, recent Yale graduate, learning now at the School of Hard Knocks. Great job, J.J.
Great veteran play by Alex. Hauling that in, keeping Walden's drive on offense alive.
And they're just eating up this clock. There's about 3 minutes and 6 seconds left.
Well, that's
on
the
clock
thing.
running.
You really don't want to give them another chance to get the ball and go for a touchdown. You'd really like to go into halftime at least up 1 score.
Yeah. It's about 8-yard gain by Ty McDermott. So it's going to be about 2nd and 2. I'm not sure you don't take a chance at the end zone here. If you're Walden Grove. You got Brower. He's going to get you a yard every single time. He's going to get you 2 yards every single time. They've only stuffed him once, and here they gave it to Brower. And there he gets his
3 yards.
3 yards. That first down is brought to you by Laura Berger. She was recently voted to having the most delicious last name of all teachers at Walden Grove. Congratulations, Laura.
Hamburgers.
That reminds me, Triple Play sponsored the team meal today of cheeseburgers for the Walden Grove Red Wolves. Thank you, Triple Play, where we are being live streamed. 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock. Walden Grove tied 14-14. We got twins to both sides of the field, motioning across into a trips. And it is outside run to Brower. And he hits a seam. And he breaks a tackle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. That
Fantastic run by Stephen Brower.
Stephen Brower's doing a great job. Yeah. Love to see Brower hit that hole. Kid is an animal. He is in his 3rd game of the season plus a scrimmage, and he doesn't look like he has any signs of slowing down. That touchdown is brought to you by the Walden Grove cheerleaders. You put the lead in cheerleader. Great job, girls.
Extra point.
Brower had the winning 2-point conversion last week, didn't he, Nelson?
Little unconventional 2-point conversion as Alvarado makes the extra point here with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. Looked like a miscommunication on the snap in that 2-point conversion last week, and Stevens was able to just pitch it out of his hands, and he was able to pitch it out of his hand, and Brower caught it for the 2-point conversion. And the Walden Grove Red Wolves are lining up for their kickoff to come out of that after that touchdown by Brower.
Well, the defense has got to make a stand here. They've got a little over 2 minutes for Marana's offense to try to even things up.
That Walden Grove touchdown is brought to you by Days Excavation. For all your excavation needs, call 520-625-1965 for Days Excavation. Alvarado kicks. It's a dribbler! It's a dribbler, and Marana falls on it, but there is a flag. It is an illegal procedure on the Red Wolves.
Against the Red Wolves.
And it looks like they're going to get a chance to re-kick, but not without a 5-yard penalty assist.
Well, that'll make it hard to kick in the end zone if they're still trying to go deep.
If anybody on the field can do it, Adrian Alvarado can. He doesn't get a 4.5-star kicking rating by being a slouch.
No, his kicking has been fantastic all season. Has he missed a single extra point?
No, I don't believe so. And his punting is great, and the only thing that scares him is that our backup kicker here at Walden Grove, Ethan Ituli, is behind him, and he's a great kicker too. Just needs to get on the field. But when you got a 4.5-star, it's kind of hard not to keep him out there.
Oh, yeah. I don't think most teams know that Walden has 2 very proficient kickers on this team.
And the speedy returner for Marana finds a seam, and he's a loose. And who makes the tackle?
Gonna be?
Yeah. Stop them and score now. They got 1:43. I think they have all 3 timeouts. They are going to have an opportunity here to put it in. They're going to need to eliminate the drop passes.
We see you, Juan Yeska.
And make tackles on special teams.
Absolutely.
You're awesome. Shout out to the Walden Grove Media.
Shout out here to the Red Wolf Art Squad. Congrats on all the homecoming royalty, and a special shout out to all the football players, coaches, and band, and all the support staff who are also artists. Red Wolf Regiment rocks. Go Red Wolves. Have some more sponsors here. Frenchie's Rentals, Culver's, Desert Construction and Paint, Meaches, Ascend Martial Arts, and Play to Win. Thank you for all your help and make our seniors feel special at graduation time.
Marana set to kick.
And it is a dribbler. That thing looks like it's going towards the sideline. It is returned by Gaines, and Gaines is going to find a seam of his own, and he's going to get tackled on the 45-yard line, and the Red Wolves have another short field to attend with 1:33 remaining in the second half. I expect to see the spread coming out here, spread the ball around.
Tackle made along the sidelines by the Tigers. 1:33 seconds.
Nelson, this is turning into a shootout.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Wolves, they're used to playing tight. They played tight game with Saguaro last week. They had one blowout, but they can show that they can really keep up with a high-power offense. And Stevens just drops back, and he lets it.
Oh, he's got someone on the open.
And number 10, Duncan Hoover. Big touchdown, Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves go right back into the end zone.
Oh my gosh, big players make big plays in big games, and that is a 45-yard catch by Duncan Hoover. Duncan Hoover last week at Saguaro with over 100 yards receiving, and he set the Walden Grove single-game record for most receptions in a game, and now he has a 45-yard touchdown, blowing the top off the play. Huge momentum taker. The momentum swings are huge right now, Matt.
Yeah, I get the feeling the fans here would like to see the score get a little bit more to Walden Grove's favor, but well, we're gonna have to take what we can get.
Now, does Adrian Alvarado kick it to number 3 for Marana?
I hope not.
Single-handedly putting that team on his back. If he's not on the field on offense and defense and special teams, they're making some mistakes over there. Red Wolf offensive line, led by Michael Cromer and Gabriel Daigle, just absolutely ready to go. The offense wants to get it back out there again, Matt.
Well, maybe the idea is if you keep kicking it to 3 and he keeps returning them, he's eventually going to tire down and not be as effective.
Yeah, if I'm Marana's special teams coordinator, I'd be making sure the other returner back there is certainly getting ready for the ball to come his way.
Well, let's see as Walden gets set to kick off.
Got Alvarado back there. And Alvarado visibly upset after that last kickoff or the result of it. Let's see what happens here.
Well, he had the chance to make a good tackle on that, and
it
did not go well.
Yeah.
You thought he was going to go down.
I thought he had him.
Yeah, it looked like he did, but number 3 he powered through. That was quite impressive, actually.
That onside kick fallen on by Marana. Perfect form right there. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 in a short field for Marana.
The 48-yard line.
And you'll see number 3 for Marana. In the trips formation, he's the closest to the formation. There's a minute 22 remaining in the second half. Score is 28-21, Walden Grove.
Starting to hear some noise from the crowd.
And the quarterback drops back to pass, and he is up. He's getting
And he's
big
down.
trouble.
Sebastian Adamski.
Big players, big games, Matt. Big players, big games, and they needed some help from Adamski.
Well, and big boy Sebastian Adamski just went down and made a big old play.
Take the leash off him. Let that dog hunt.
Amen, brother.
21.
Quarterback drops back to pass. Pump fakes. Connects over the middle. Stonewalled by 2 Walden Grove defenders.
It looks like it's going to be, what is that?
2nd and
Third?
9?
No, third.
9.
3rd and 9.
3 in the box. 3 in the box.
Number 54 is the receiver.
Looks like a twins formation at the bottom. And a pit. Morale into the pistol. Drops back to pass. Ball's up. Oh, he makes a catch. Number 33, Lucas Quillen, struggling to lasso him down.
Yeah, they did a little do-si-do over there.
Yeah, I've never seen spinning like that since the last time I was riding my bicycle.
Or watching ballroom dancing with your wife, Mrs. Nelson.
Yes. Shout out to Mrs. Nelson. Love you.
They'll have it 1st and 10.
I'm sure Mrs. Nelson is at home rolling her eyes wondering when you have ever watched ballroom dancing together.
Her and I did a ballroom dance for our wedding day, and not once ever since. First down is, and that timeout is brought to you by Mr. Mash's Head Wax. It'll cure what ails you. Walden Grove, or the Marana offense is lined up with trips to the bottom of your screen. In the pistol, that tailback loves to move pre-snap.
20 seconds left in the half. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Drops the pass. He's getting pressure.
He's on the run. He's down.
He throws the fumble.
There's a flag out on the play.
Flag out. That looks like it's intentional groundings, Matt. That's the call. If they're going to throw it for one team, they got to throw it for 2. And that's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. That takes what was a very strong potential drive and puts that in a rough position. There's only 11 seconds left in the half. 28-21, Walden Grove. And with a huge mistake, the quarterback could have just fallen down there, and now he took a loss of down and a 10-yard penalty. Rough. Draws back to pass. He's up. He throws. He throws to the end zone. He's got a receiver. And it is caught for a touchdown with no time remaining left in the half. That was the last play of the half there.
Yeah, that's a bit deflationary, Carl.
Well, going into halftime, the Red Wolves are going to have a couple of keys to success coming up, which I will have for you at the end of our halftime. But for what I just saw right now is big play after big play after big play on both sides. I mean, you're at 28-27 right now with Marana kicking their extra point. It is, you hear the stands behind us, it's pretty quiet.
Kick is up.
Okay.
It's good, but there is a penalty flag on the field. Sideline warning against the Marana Tigers, but the kick is good, and it makes the score 28-28 as we go into the half.
Tie game as we go into the halftime here. Walden's going to need to put together a better effort if they want to come out on top. For the meantime, we've got our homecoming royalty halftime show. This year, for the sake of social distancing, the freshman, sophomore, and junior classes are represented by their prince and princesses only.
All right. We have a number of the Walden Grove football players are actually on the team here, and they are lined up for the royalty here.
I'll be doing the halftime announcements alone because Mr. Nelson here is actually the homecoming king this year. The teacher king, anyhow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 homecoming teacher, king, and queen are King Carl Nelson,
The homecoming queen and king teachers are King Carl Nelson, and the queen this year is Mrs. Ann Curley.
Queen Ann Curley.
Where is she? Did I not tell you guys?
Ann Curley trying to find her way onto the track.
Hey. No, here you go. Here.
The freshman homecoming court is composed of Paul Guy and Nevaeh Rodriguez, and I believe they're the only two here tonight. But it also is comprised of Aiden Molina and Amaya Miranda, as well as Leo Morales and Savannah Mitchell.
Ryan, where do you want them? All right. You guys are good. We're off? Yeah, you're off. Thank you. we got a picture.
Hey, Matt, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Ann.
How's it going?
Good. You want to come on? You
Homecoming
want to come be
court
on the radio?
are
No.
Paul
Come on.
Guy
Doing a little
Nelson,
and
get her up
Nevaeh
here.
Rodriguez.
Get Ann up here. Ann's going to be on the radio.
Aiden Molina.
And right here we have teacher
Miranda.
Ann Curley, was voted queen for Walden Grove for the staff.
Hey, everybody.
Leonardo.
And Ann Curley,
Morales
is this your first
and
time on a
Savannah
homecoming court?
Michelle.
Yeah, it is. It is, Mr. Nelson. How about you?
This is also my first time as well. Miss Curley, did you have any other court experience?
The
prom
2020
court?
2020.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was prom queen way back in the day.
Wow.
Paul Guy.
2005 wasn't that long ago, Miss Curley.
I think that'd be 1990.
1990. Wow, I was in kindergarten then, so
Yeah.
that's excellent.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
congratulations.
And
Nice
Princess
mathing on that one.
Nevaeh Rodriguez.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Curley. So we are at Nevaeh Rodriguez is princess, and Paul Guy is the prince. Oh, good. Good job, Matt. And here's your microphone back.
Thank you.
Paul Guy also scored 4 touchdowns last night in the JV game. He had 1 kick return, and he had 3 receptions.
Hiram Allen and Parker Chiruli.
We have
Hiram.
Hiram Allen and Parker Cirilli here. We
Carrillo
are Esteban Carrillo and Juliet
and
Vaquero.
Juliet
We have
Vaquero.
RJ Ibarra Jr. and Clarissa Valenzuela. Those are your sophomore homecoming corps. And in that group, we got a number of football players, which I like to see because I'm their football coach.
R.J. Ibarra Jr. and Clarissa Valenzuela.
And your winners there is going to be Esteban Carrillo and Juliet Vaquero.
The 2020 homecoming sophomore prince and princess are Prince Esteban Carrillo.
Esteban, a wrestler by trade. He's a great athlete. He
And
ran
Princess
cross country in middle school. He played
Juliet
basketball.
Vaquero.
He's all over the place.
Not to mention, or not to forget, also a fantastic student.
Yeah, he
Junior
is. I have him now in
homecoming
U.S.
court
history. He's a
are
social butterfly.
Jose Delgado
Yeah, I had him and his
and
Princess
Julia
Juliet in the same class,
Ragetti.
and I could say the same.
Juliet is a sophomore. She
Sean
is also
Duval.
on the cheerleading squad. She does a great job
And
with that.
Bella
And she is
Barker.
one of your homecoming princesses. We have a number of juniors on the homecoming
Duncan
court.
Hoover.
We have Jose Delgado and
Amara
Julia Rigetti.
Porras.
We also have Sean Dubois and Bella Barker. Bringing up another football
Jose
player, Duncan
Navarrete.
Hoover and Aymara Porras.
And
And
Sage
finally, we have Jose
Spanier.
Navarrete and Sage Spanier.
The 2020 homecoming junior prince and
And your
princess,
junior prince is
are
actually going to be
Prince
Jose Navarrete.
Jose Navarrete.
And Jose is from Continental
And
School
Princess
District and now a part of SUSD for
Sage
3 years. And he
Spanier.
is a standout, wonderful kid. And Sage Spanier, what another wonderful kid there. Matt, did you have Sage in middle school
Your
as a student?
2020
I did have
homecoming
Sage.
king and
Yeah, she's a
queen
great kid.
royalty, Paired according to the school-wide votes are Adrian Alvarado
And your homecoming king and queen
and
royalty
Kayla
is
Miranda.
Adrian Alvarado and Kayla Miranda. We also have Isaiah Edmondson, Renata Torres, Ryan Reedy, and Audra Merchant.
Isaiah Edmondson.
And so they are on the football field. You see Isaiah Edmondson. He was a great basketball player. Kayla Miranda is a cheerleader. She does a lot of stuff with the student
And
council here.
Renata
Adrian
Torres.
Alvarado, we've said a lot about him. 4.5-star kicker. We have Renata Torres. She's a softball player, I believe. At least she was at middle school.
Ryan Reedy.
And we have Ryan Reedy, great student, humble, personable. And Ryan's also in the pack. He's
And
one of our great
Adra-
6-time state
Adra
champion pack
Merchant.
dance members. And also is Yadira Audra Merchant. She was a great middle school athlete, but now she's taken her talents to the dance floor. And she is a wonderful pack. She's a member of the 6-time state champion pack dance team as well. And as
It's
they all
true,
get
you
out
can
there
run.
to the
This year,
Field.
to determine your king and queen, each queen nominee will be
We have
given a
Ethan
purple
Ituli
box
just
containing
sitting
a
on our
silver,
table. You'll probably
red,
see
or
him.
gold rose.
Tell my mama I love her.
The pairing was given
You just did, Ethan.
the box that represents the school
And
vote.
they're going to announce the,
So the
the
couple with
champions,
the
the
gold
winners
rose
of the.
is your
their-
2020 homecoming king and queen.
Ooh, I can't wait. I got
Will
a
each
sheet of
pairing
notes.
please open their boxes and reveal their rose?
So our winners are. And the winner of the Gold Rose
And
by
your
student
king
vote
and queen
is
are
Adrian Alvarado and Kayla Miranda.
And Kayla
Congratulations to the
Miranda.
king and queen. This
Right on.
2020 homecoming at Walden Grove.
Well, let's hope that one win
And the
there is
queen
not
with
his
the
only win for the
gold
day
rose,
for
please
Adrian
step forward
Alvarado.
and join the other royalty for pictures. Congratulations to all the
Big time
homecoming
congratulations to
nominees.
Adrian
It's
and
excellent
Kayla. I had
that
Kayla in
this
class in
year's
middle school, wonderful
homecoming
student. She's
parade.
awesome. Super happy for her. And all of our finalists
Also, a
in the
reminder to all
homecoming
students, families, and teachers,
pageantry here
do
is
not
great.
forget to bring your canned food
Wonderful
to the
tradition.
second
I believe
hour
it's been
teacher.
going on for 109 years, Nelson.
Well, while you say that, Matt, I
The
do have a
cast with
couple
the
of
most canned food
facts.
donated
More
will win
homecoming
pastry
facts. I
party.
couldn't have guessed.
let me indulge you, or you indulge me. As the popularity of football grew on campuses across the United States, several schools hit on the idea to hold a large-scale celebration to bolster school spirit and connect current students with alumni. Oftentimes, the coronation of a new football field or a big-time rivalry game was highlighted to focus the homecoming celebration. The idea of crowning a queen of the homecoming court originates from the 1930s, originally chosen on a composite float she was riding. And the person herself, later queens and kings, were nominated and ultimately chosen based on their qualities as an individual.
And our king and queen are receiving a big cheer from the home crowd.
They get ribbons, they get roses, they get crowns, they get their day in the frigid cold.
I was going to say their day in court.
Oh, no, Matt. That would be illegal.
Ah, right.
Huge shout out to Student Council putting this together and their leaders, Mr. Steele and Mr. Ryan Rodriguez, for helping out getting this organized and set up. The kids and the staff and the students all appreciate the efforts that these two gentlemen do to make these things special for these students.
Sage, you gotta come. It's not gonna reach. What do you want me to do?
I didn't touch it. Big smiles here with your masks on, everybody, as the annual photograph of taking a picture of the pageantry is taking place. But everybody loves a parade. This year there was not a parade, but there will be a live video of the celebration. The modern homecoming parade includes school's marching band and the homecoming court, a variety of floats based on a chosen theme, and a leader of the parade, usually the school's grand marshal. Parades may take place on school campus or run the length of the town's main street, inviting the majority of the town's citizens and businesses to take part. And Walton Grove, the theme this year for the homecoming was like Scooby-Doo and Where Are You? And Spirit Days or dress-up days are more popular during high school homecoming weeks. Different themes designated throughout the week invite students to dress in costume or show school colors to show their spirit. Common themes include Toga Day, Geek Week, and School Spirit Day. We definitely had a School Spirit Day here, and we had a tie-dye and 60s and 70s day. It was a lot of fun. Matt, what's your favorite School Spirit Day tradition?
I like Twin Day.
Twin Day is always a favorite of my own. I truly enjoy that. And last week we had kind of a twin day of our own where we were both wearing our red caps and Speedos and blue shirts.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago for the Douglas game, yeah.
Absolutely. I also had the opportunity to dress up as one of the SHS coaches, Coach Dustin Hills, this year.
Coach Dustin Hills, shout out. Big fan of his work. He's a PE teacher and a baseball coach for Serena High School. That team has made it very far through the state playoffs. Each of the last few years, they have no sign of slowing down either.
Yeah, we'll just start talking to Dustin about baseball, and he'll let you know how they're doing. He loves coaching, and yeah, he's doing a fantastic job with those boys.
We got a number of sponsors we want to hit on for tonight. We have J-Speed Athletic Training. We have Kevin's Garage and Automotive for all your automotive needs. We're live today at Triple Play, so if you're there at Triple Play, order some hot wings for us, and keep the fryers rolling for us for after the game. We want to thank Uppercuts Barbershops. Go get your hair lined up and at Uppercuts Barbershop here in Cerrito Green Valley. And our last one is Play to Win Athletics. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. These companies were generous enough to give us money to purchase banners, which are in the bleachers behind us, and they are there to help encourage the social distancing. And it looks like they're doing a great job. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, a few weeks ago, the lack of physical barriers sort of made it difficult for some people to consistently socially distance throughout the night. And so having a gentle physical barrier to help remind people, I think really does wonders.
And then we have a few more sponsors. We have the Walden Grove High School Football Booster Club. What they do is they raise money and pay for tournaments, team equipment, meals, and much more. The only way this happens is from all of the generous time of the volunteers, sponsors, and local restaurants to feed the team before games and take care of the weekly operations here at Walden Grove Football. Problem is, Walden Grove Booster Club needs help. And they need your help. So if you're a parent of a Walden Grove football player, or you're just interested in participating with Walden Grove football, you're more than welcome to join. If you're interested in joining, the next meeting is November 17th at 6:30 at our world-famous Triple Play. Or you can call President Don Camp at 520-268-1150. And this will be also your chance to nominate new board members, which will take the new office holders will take place on January 1st, 2021.
Carl, what are you looking to see out of the Walden this second half?
I got a couple of keys here. Early in the game, we saw that the center quarterback exchange was not going well for them. We saw at least 2 errant snaps, and one of those led to a turnover. The other thing is Coach Corey Noble's got to get that defense together. They gotta get some shutouts. They got to get some turnovers. Take away the big plays. Marana cannot continue a sustained drive. But what they have is the deep downfield threat and the 2 kickoffs, one getting called back for a touchdown. That's all Marana has right now. So if they can take away the big play and keep the ball in front of them, they'll be all right on defense.
Yeah, the game started with Walden being able to hold Marana, though they were also being held to 3 and out. But then all of a sudden the scoring just started, and both teams have been going back and forth, and every time Walden gets up a touchdown, Marana has been right behind them, coming in, scoring, and keeping this game tied up.
Yeah, shout out to the preparation for both teams, at least offensively. They're putting some points on the board. It's 28-28 as both teams Walden Grove lines up for kickoff. Right now, another one of the keys to the game is the drops. Walden Grove's had at least 4 drops on offense, and they just gotta, that's gotta be part of high school football. You're gonna expect that. These guys are not professionals, but at the same point, like if they can tighten that up a little bit, turn that 4 drops to 1 or 2 drops, it's a different ball game, and they're holding the ball, they're holding possession. One of the big things that Walden Grove did extraordinarily well in the first half was control the field position game. They were starting almost every drive at or near the 50. And Marana was having to have longer drives, but the big plays kept them in it to keep the score at 28 all.
As the temperatures continue to fall here tonight, starting to get a little chilly for the fans in the stands.
Yep, you can see the jackets and cotton hats are coming out. The masks are now an enjoyment to wear because they're keeping your face warm.
Right you are, Carl.
Right you are.
Just as soon as we can find a football.
So the ball comes out, and the teams are ready to. Adrian Alvarado is ready to tee it up, and let's see what he's got going on here. I'm hoping that he doesn't kick it to number 3.
Why is that, Carl?
Well, he's had 2 big ones. And it looks like a little pop-up kick. And some miscommunication, the ball's on the ground. Wow.
On the catch.
Special teams coordinator Anthony Chalvet ordering up some trickeration. Not highly trickery, but let's not kick it to the big guy, the big returner. Pop it up, have a miscommunication, 2 guys calling for it, and bubble and fumble it.
That's the kind of straightforward thinking that wins football games.
Right?
Don't give the ball to the best player on the opposite team.
21-yard line.
Marana lines up with twins with the motioning coming across into a 3-by-1 set, and they're coming out with the outside run here to the bottom of your screen, and there's a big hit there. Oh, no.
Jensen
Sebastian
throwing the ball
Adamski
over
on the
left
tackle
side
there.
with
That was
net by
vicious. You can see that he took those
Adamski.
28 points that are on the scoreboard personally.
Stop after about 2 on the play, second and a short 8.
I think Sebastian started to take all these defensive letdowns personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you're a team leader like that, it starts with you.
Well, yeah, if you're going to see Walden Grove put a stop to it, you're going to see Walden Grove's Sebastian Adamski really tighten this up, probably personally, as they go trips to the top of your screen. As the quarterback dances back there, and he is sacked by number 23, Zach Young, coming off the corner. Like Noble just giving Marana just a different look by blitzing the corner.
I was
on the
going to
blind
say,
side.
I haven't seen too many corner blitzes tonight.
Yeah, well, you got one.
I guess Coach Noble felt he needed to dial up something a little different.
Yep. 3rd and 11 here with 10 minutes and 45 seconds. It's a tied game for those of you now joining us out of halftime.
Walden would love to get their offense back on the field.
Swing the ball out to the top of your screen. And Adamski on the tackle to bring up a 4th down. It's going to be about close to 4th and 10.
I can't imagine they're going to go for it from here.
Zach Young with the stop.
Zach Young helping.
Marana sends out their punting unit.
Sebastian Adamski.
Here's something interesting here. Ty McDermott coming off the field, and freshman sensation Paul Guy on the field at the 50 there. Paul Guy returning a kickoff yesterday in the second half. Let's see what he got here. Ball's away. Paul Guy calls for the fair catch, and the freshman does what he has to do. And Walden Grove again starting with a short field on the 45 of Marana.
Yeah, it's a great play by Paul. You know, you want the ball. You know how much he wants to take that ball and go for it, but he plays it smart. He sees the position on the field. He keeps them in good field position. Makes sure they keep the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, think about how exciting it would be to play your first varsity snap, and you're getting the ball, and everybody knows you're getting the ball, but you have the mindset to call for a fair catch instead of giving the ball back to Marana possibly. Brower with the handoff up the left side, and he's on the loose. He's on the loose.
He goes out about
man,
almost the 20-yard line.
Down to the 20. There's a fight. All right, he's over. It's up. They're up. They're separated. Brower with a tremendous run, about 23 yards. It's a 23-yard gain up the left side as he gets pushed out of bounds. Some tough blocking taken personally by the Marana player. We'll check in here with the referee to see what the result of the flags are going to be.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
The Marana player was on top of McDermott, and I don't know if flat punches were thrown, but it didn't look like they were having a friendly conversation. Looks like the referees are conferring.
The officials are meeting. Don't worry, they'll make a decision.
And it's going to be a dead ball, personal foul on Marana.
Against Marana.
And it's going to be an automatic ejection. That's an automatic ejection. You can't do that.
No, you can't. And you know what? The refs held him to it.
You know, that we saw that last night as well. We saw that last night in the JV game. One of the Marana players did that to one of our guys as well. And, you know, Colton Chase, who was the receiver on that end for the JV team for Walden Grove, you know, he ran off the field as fast as he could. And the player from Marana, you know,
looks like the Red Wolves are going to have to borrow somewhere
it
inside
shows you if you're going to be a
down to 10
good,
or
smart
15
player,
yard line when this all gets sorted out.
don't take these things personally. Live to play the next play.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is the payoff right here where all Walden gets to see. They remain strong, whereas Marana, they just did something foolish and they've become weaker.
Yeah, and that's going to take a 22-yard gain rush and then add 15 yards to it.
Again, we thank you for your good sportsmanship, fans.
It should be adding 15 yards to it. Looks appear like there's a referee's timeout. They're going to confer a little bit more.
I think that is about where the runner took the ball down to.
Right around to the 20, and now they're going to start marking it off.
All right.
I think they're deciding if it's going to be half the distance or 15 yards.
Okay. Well, if it's inside the 30, then would it be just half the distance?
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah. Right now, give a shout out to some of our sponsors. We have Julia Gross, realtor with HomeSmart Pros. Looking for an experienced and knowledgeable realtor to buy or sell a home? Contact Julie at 520-433-2790. Or you can meet her in our office at 101 South La Cañada Drive, Suite 63. We also have Micha's Restaurant on 2908 South 4th Avenue in Tucson, Arizona, for the best carne asada you could find. And for probably tied for first place, we have El Charo, who also sponsors Team Meals at 178 East Broadway Boulevard in Tucson, Arizona. Thank you for taking care of the boys.
Walden knocking at the doorstep, quarterback keep.
Oh, that ball is out. Holding the ball a little much for me. Not with the great ball security.
Yeah, there's a cavalier attitude on the part of the quarterback just now, but luckily he looks like he hangs on.
And Stevens comes up a little limp. Looks like the managers are coming out. And while they're out there, I'll give a couple more of our shout-outs. We have about 9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Score is 28-28.
Renita Wheeler, our trainer.
Looks
Caleb
like
Leiden and Sebastian Damsky are going to warm up his arm, it looks like, on the sideline, figure out the next move. I'm believing Walden Grove has called a timeout to figure out what's going to happen here. Shout out to Joe Riemann at Triple Play, 1570 West Duval Mine Road in Green Valley. Thank you for your sponsorship of tonight's team meal. Huge thank you. I was fortunate enough to be privy to one of the free cheeseburgers with French fries, and it was delicious. Have you ever had a cheeseburger from Triple Play there, Matt?
from Triple Play. You know, I think I have, but I go for the gyros when I go there.
Yeah.
Their gyros are so good.
It's hard not to want to get the gyros, and for me, I really love getting their hot wings. They have some buffalo hot wings that just knock my socks off. We also want to shout out to Justin Foss at Copper Fitness. Copper Fitness is at 1060 West Beta Street, Suite 150 in Green Valley, Arizona. Thank you for all of your current and past help and future help. Thank you so much. We also have Dave's Excavation. For all of your excavation needs, please call Day Excavation, 520-625-1965. As Stevens is getting some help off the field, looks like quarterback, sophomore quarterback Caleb Leiden will go in. You don't want to see your number one quarterback go out, Matt. But
No, you don't.
If you got Leiden, who started the first game against Douglas and had a darn near perfect passer rating, you don't want him to come in. You'd rather keep Stevens. But this is the best insurance policy a high school football team can have, is a guy who's already started a game that you won in a blowout.
Absolutely. So you hope that they see not much of a drop-off.
Drops back and connects for a. Looks like they're looking for. They're going to call it a touchdown.
Took that. That's an interception in the end zone.
It's an interception. The ball was. It was bobbled and then shared and then
Picked.
It is a touchback. Ooh. That is a tough break. That is a tough break for Walden Grove.
Yeah, after marching all the way down to the red zone. Come away with nothing. That hurts. Defense is going to have to step up here even more.
Yep. But when you got a great linebacker like Adamski, you're going to pull. You're going to get some great stops coming. That stop is brought to you by Doug Hansen's parking space on the sidewalk. You're in the way. Looks like they're running the pass play, and they're going for the big one.
Just a little bit outside his reach.
They attacked Lucas Quillen earlier for a touchdown, and they are going to go after him again. That time the ball was overthrown.
Targeting Kai Spencer of Marana.
Yeah, he's a good little athlete. Right now here for Walden Grove, you had a lot of momentum going there on your offensive drive, and then you have an injury of your quarterback. Maybe an injury. We might just be a little, stinger or whatever. But defensively, you're going to have to get a stop here to kind of keep your team mentally back in it. Drops back the pass. Ball's thrown out to number 14. There's a tackle by number 8.
Also a flag on the field.
Stu Taylor with a great open field tackle, but there's a flag in the backfield, and it looks like...
Well, we can hope for holding.
Roughing the passer. That's an automatic first down. And that's not what they need right now.
No, that's one of those mental mistakes that's going to cost you. looking like they were going to force a third, and now first down.
Yeah,
Marana.
protest will kill you. But at the same time, that's how you got to play the game. You have to play the game, especially defensively. You got to play with a little reckless abandon in you. You're going to excuse yourself for getting a couple of those accidental penalties at the expense of
playing aggressive. I
good
agree.
Quality football.
I
It's
absolutely
just a natural
agree.
part of being an
Absolutely.
aggressive
No,
defense.
it's not like they've been sloppy on defense or anything tonight. That sort of stuff's going to happen.
Inside zone. And it looks like Ronnie Berg on the tackle.
Number 54, Josh Hendrickson, carries the ball for the
That's going to be a
Tigers.
second
He's
and
tackled by
about
Ronnie
4.
Berg.
Second and 6.
Gain of about
6 to
4
go.
on the play, 2nd and 6.
Ronnie Berg doing what makes him happy.
Hitting people. Kid's a human train. Oh, that's not a really good expression. He hits like a train. That's what it is. And that's also not a great expression as well. Motioning the outside receiver. And he's going to run inside zone. Got a tackle there by number 3, Sebastian Adamski. So they're getting some work right here running the inside zone. Not a thing that you see a lot of teams do well when they have the great linebacking duo of Adamski and Berg.
Yeah, but they're just picking up first downs here.
You can see that Marana's got some monsters up front, some big fellas. And they're taking their feet in and they're getting a good push. It's 1st and 10 here. Marana likes to throw the ball on first down, but the running game has got him this far. It's a pass. And he is a little shifty little guy.
He runs into one of his own guys.
Oh, man, and sacked by Ronnie Berg.
Makes it actually bout back to the line of
Darn
scrimmage.
close. It's about a half yard back, so I'm going to call it.
We'll give him a sack.
We'll give Ronnie Berg a sack on that. I think the first of this game.
And
for
in
him.
fact, they are moving the ball back, so that is a fair sack.
By definition, it's a sack.
Tackle for a loss
It's a
of about
great
1 yard
scramble
on the play.
to
They
hustle
get
to get back to the
2nd and
line
11.
of scrimmage.
Yeah, I thought they were going to lose about 8-9 yards on that.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a positive play in a lot of respects for Marana.
and one of those things is like when you're doing your pass rushing, you gotta keep break down, make the tackle, and not let that quarterback get away from you. He's a squirrely one. That tailback keeps leaning forward. Deep ball. Open receiver. 23 catches it. Duncan Hoover catches him, throws him down in the end zone, but there's a flag,
Pass is complete.
and it looks like it
Flag on the play.
might be a face
Looks like
masking
he's
as he
tackled just short of
gets
the
him in
goal
there.
line.
And that's a big play here.
There's a flag on the play.
So I wonder if
Boys, now you the rest to beat you.
and what is the penalty here? We're waiting to get a call from the head linesman. Horse collar
First
tap,
foul is the call on the tackle.
which is a 15 variety, but when you tackle him on the one,
Tigers will
Well, it's going to be, I was going to say, 4.5.
15 yards is going to put you through the end zone at that point. So when you're on the 1 foot line, you're now at the 6-inch line. Looks like Marana is putting a 2-back set in, going into the power I. Quarterback goes under center. I'm looking for a QB sneak right here, or a fullback dive, or an isolation play. And the sneak it is.
QB sneak for the touchdown.
That puts the score with 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That gives Marana their first lead of the game at 34 to
Takes it into
28.
the end zone on a quarterback keeper.
Looks like Stevens is back up. He's moving his leg around, but his helmet's not back on. So we'll see if he goes back out or if Leiden is going to take the offense. If the offense under the Leiden is going to move, we're going to have to see that great protection from the 5 juniors at the offensive lineman, and you're going to need to see probably the play calling relying on Brower. Put this team on his back. Carve up some time, tie it, then take the lead. Give your defense a little bit of break. Let them get everything figured out, and be able to get a stop in the next possession.
I agree. I think a methodical movement down the field would be exactly what the defense needs right now.
While we're here, we have a quote from Corey Noble. Thanks to all of our Walden Grove football parents, especially our Booster Club parents. Football is a demanding sport, and it takes a lot of resources, time, money, and mental effort, and patience. And that's what all keeps this program afloat. Thank you so much for entrusting your children to our coaches and staff. Let's have a great rest of our year.
Seventh place finish is the boys' best finish in the state. Jonathan Lane finished in sixth
Now we
place
have
overall
here
as an individual.
one of our last
Great
jokes of the
job,
day,
cross
Matt.
country.
Oh, that's good news, actually.
Yeah, let's turn the atmosphere around this place one joke at a time. As we have 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining, and it's a kick to number 11, Gaines, who's breaking three, and he finally goes down, and again giving the Walden Grove Red Wolves a
Gaines with the
short field
return.
at about the 41-yard line.
Fine return out
You
to
ready for
the
that joke there, Matt?
42-yard line. Looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
First and 10. Red
Why did the
Wolves.
poor quarterback have his receivers cross at midfield?
In a quarterback for the
Why
Red
did the
Wolves,
quarterback,
Caleb
The poor
Lawson.
a
quarterback.
poor quarterback, have his
Has
receivers
receivers-
cross at midfield? Oh, I don't know.
He was trying to make his ends meet. Poor quarterback, make his ends meet. All right.
There's a stretch there, either on the field or in that joke. I'm not sure which.
Caleb hands it off.
Good
to
inside
Brower.
zone play run
Same
by
result, nice
Stephen
run right
Brower.
up the middle.
About a 7-yard gain. As the
He's
headlines
stopped by
linesman
number
over here on the
6,
near
Ty
side. Ooh, he's
Spencer.
going to move it back.
Picked
Not
up about 4
for
on
about
the
7
play.
yards. He's only going to give him
Second
about
and
3. I would say he probably saw his knee go down, and that's where the ball was at. And then he just, the kid keeps his legs moving so fast that,
Before you know, he's 4 more yards up.
And there's Brower.
Moving the pile.
Yeah, when you got a horse like him,
Nice run
you're
on
gonna have
the
to
play.
let him do his thing. Give him a bunch of carries, a
gets
load of
it to
confidence.
Buffy.
Let that
Buffy,
offensive line.
Buffy.
It's a lot easier to block as an offensive lineman when you're running the ball because you get to be on the attack. You know where the ball's going. When it's a pass play, you don't know what's going on behind you. You don't know who's coming behind you. Now you know what's going on. Like, let's put the keys in the ignition and get this drive going. That's what these linemen want. Motion across. Jet sweep. Kept by Leiden. It's about a yard. And back to the original line of scrimmage.
Keeping the ball himself.
It's like a great cowboy once said, Carl. Let's keep this wagon train moving.
Yes, sir. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 10. You still can run the ball when you got Brower here. He rallied
Well-
off a 22-yard run on the last drive.
Well, don't get your hopes up too much because I see him a few feet in front of us on the sidelines for this play.
Is Jason Stevens back in?
It looks like it. No, Caleb's still in there. Looks like Matthew Enriquez
Matthew Enriquez taking the handoff. Good strong tackle. And
stood up near the line of scrimmage by a stout Marana defense.
yeah, that'll happen. It's going to bring up 3rd and passing here. And Walden Grove is gave him a rest on that play, and now sending him back out there for 3rd down. You need your best talent on the field on 3rd and long.
3rd and about 9.
Line back, motioning out the tailback. Leiden under duress, and he takes off running, and he is dangerous. And he gets hit pretty good, but it looks to be a little bit short. It's going to bring up 4th and about 1, Matt.
Oh, this is going to make it tempting for them to try it.
35 yard line, close 36. I think he's just a little bit short of the
About
first. 4th down.
and
Fourth and a
one.
V1, yep.
4th and a healthy 1 here. And if you got Brower, that's what I'm doing right here. Is the line gets the call from their coordinator.
Red Wolves look a little confused here.
They're just getting the play call. Coach sending in the play call.
All right, they're set. Hand off. And we have a 1st down, Red Wolves.
That one, you could hear the anticipation growing from the crowd there as the play clock gone down to 2 seconds. For a hurry-up, tempoed Red Wolves offense, you usually don't see the play clock get that close down to 0.
No, that's cutting it close, but hey, if it works, it works.
Yep. Long Grove lined up in the twin set.
Long pass to Leiden.
And the catch is to Hoover, and they're calling it in at the 9-yard line. Wow! What a throw by Leiden and a catch by Hoover.
Number 10, Duncan Hoover.
That will make you squeak with joy, Matt, making a big play like that. Kind of lets some of the air out of the entire building, when you can take the top off.
But Nelson, we're not even inside.
It's a metaphor, Matt.
I've been told I don't get
Brower running
those.
wide zone, gets tripped up. Can't see really the angle from here, how many yards it was.
Short gain on the play for the Red Wolves.
Looks like about 1. Bringing up 2nd and goal and about the 8.5,
Take
7,
a
8 yard
second
line.
And goal.
Looks like Stevens on the sidelines is feeling a little bit better. He's grabbed his helmet. He's putting it on. He's going to start doing his warm-up, get himself back in the game. Now, Brower swallowed up in the backfield, but Lyden's got it in the end zone!
What a fake!
Touchdown, Red Wolves!
Red Wolves.
Lyden with the putting the team on his back and running in there, led by his 5 great offensive linemen, all juniors. Wow, Matt, what does that say that the Red Wolves are able to go down for the first time in the second half, but then come right back and score on the very next drive?
Well, especially when you see your starting quarterback go out. The first play of that last drive did not go how you wanted it to, but then to come out, make a statement, drive down the field, and, really keep the game in very winnable shape for them.
Yeah, Coach Brandon Nielsen must be very happy with his offensive line after that drive. They're able to move some bodies around. As Adrian Alvarado, 4.5-star kicker, puts it through.
That makes your score at 35 with 2
Ties the game, 35-35. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Now, if I'm DC defensive coordinator here, Corey Noble, what I want to do is make sure our defense knows what to do here. And don't kick it in number 3.
And maybe get a turnover.
Yeah. You can feel the night temperature dropping pretty quickly at this point, Matt. As the cool Pecan Grove mist cover comes down here. Walden Grove lines up for the kickoff as Alvarado takes his stride. And he puts it up, and it's going to be caught and tackled and swallowed whole.
No, before the 40-yard line.
It's going to give a pretty short field there for Marana. It's one of the better starting field positions.
I will say, though, it is preferable to a special teams touchdown from the other team.
Absolutely.
Number 68, Michael Cromer. Number 75, Gabriel Daigle. Number 55,
Big shout out.
Jeffrey Handel.
Big shout out to Walden Grove High School Security. Thank you for setting up the social distancing sections here at Walden Grove to keep us real safe.
Sohaw. Congratulations, good job, O-line.
The defensive line is ready to go for Walden Grove. And they're gonna, Marana's gonna hand off outside zone, and it is swallowed up.
No!
Jeremy Leiba, he gets away.
But he held him down long enough for the rest of the Red Wolves to come in as a pack and make that tackle.
That pack tackle right there, pack tackle.
Short loss on the play brings up a second and let's call it a long 10.
You can see the Red Wolves appear to be changing up their front a little bit, giving Marana a different look. This is a lineup with twins on both sides. Quarterback drops back, throws a pat, a little hitch. Ball's out! Walden Grove has it! Number 8, Stu Taylor with the fumble recovery. And they're waiting for the signal from the referee. Walden Grove fans want it, and the signal says they got it. Stu Taylor with the huge turnover, and the Walden Grove Red Wolves have the momentum back.
This is huge. You can't really overstate a turnover in a game as tight as this.
For all of you who have ordered our live stream and are watching it at home or at Triple Play or here in the stadium, we're giving you a show out here. And it is not going to be, it's not going to be going, not going to be bad at all tonight, is it, Matt? They're going to give us a good one. With Stevens back in at quarterback. You're going to see the offense go silent with the motion. They put Lyden in the backfield, and he's dropping back to throw. Oh!
And caught!
Wow, Duncan Hoover with the circus catch. Oh, Colby Gaines, man. Another great catch by him. Very
Caleb,
handed.
Caleb throwing the ball as he was getting tackled from behind. That was,
I saw a horse collar.
yeah, I thought I did too. It looked like he was getting pulled back by the horse collar. Still manages to make the play. Fantastic. And that's the sort of thing you could do when you have two quarterbacks in the game at the same time.
Yeah. You see in New Orleans Saints running a similar offense. Like if you got talented players, you got to get the ball in their hands, and you can see they want to do that with Leiden. Looks like Stevens hands it off, and it's getting swallowed up there. That catch to Hoover previously was about for 5 yards. His third down comes up, and it's about third and about 8, 7 or 8.
Under a minute left in the third quarter. Score is tied 35-35. Ball snapped. Out to Ty McDermott.
Or McDermott. Out to Ty McDermott. I have to figure out 13 and 10 and 11. Figure it out in 11 between the three of them. If somebody's catching it, it's usually one of those three. I'm just guessing wrong every single time. With trips to the top of your screen. We've got 40 seconds remaining in the quarter as the clock's winding. Stevens looks again. He's got all day. He's got to get rid of it. Oh, and he connects with number 25, Matthew Enriquez. Wow. Puts it right over a Marana defensive tackler.
Just working his way up the sideline.
How much time did the offensive line give him? It felt like forever.
It was about 2 minutes.
Of game time, yeah. With 14 seconds ticking down on the clock.
They get one last play off, possibly.
Ooh. Enriquez gets the handoff, and he gets a nice gain. Stevens takes a shot after that play. Running the read zone, sometimes you got to hold on to it long enough so that the quarterback's going to take a hit, but it frees up the tailback for that huge first down.
Absolutely. That's what makes that play work. Quarterbacks willing up. Walden was unable to get off their last play before the third quarter, and we've got 1 quarter left to play. Tied 35-35. Folks, it's going to come down to the last minute here, guys.
That drive is brought to you by Ryan Carl's Red Wolf Marching Band, home of the Fighting Oboes. Go, you Oboes. We also have a note here from Dr. Teresa Hill. And the note says, and it's her message to all of our fans here, a little information on here. She's been principal here of Walden Grove High School for all 10 years of the school's existence. Her message to everybody is, homecoming is a time where the Wolfpack comes together to celebrate athletic, academic achievement, and community. Through the year, though this year has been a trying one, you have handled it all with so much grace. So as you celebrate your Walden Grove High School homecoming, remember that Walden Grove will always be a place you can call home. Go, you Red Wolves. Thank you, Dr. Hill, for that inspirational message. You can tell with great leadership at the district level and at the school level, you see there's a lot of great things going on here at Walden Grove.
Oh, absolutely. It seems like a lot of happy people out here, excited to be part of what's going down here at the Grove.
Absolutely.
You're going to share with us a little bit more about Coach Noble?
Oh, man, and it's a Stephen Brower touchdown, giving the Red Wolves a lead in the fourth quarter. That's going to bring the score to 41-35 with the extra point coming.
With the touchdown for the Red Wolves. Following that great offensive line we just talked about.
That touchdown is brought to you by Miss Jake and Mr. Yeskis. They would like to thank the Walden Grove Network student media specialists. They could not do it without you. No, really. This whole broadcast cannot be done without the great work of our students here at Walden Grove.
Left in the fourth quarter. The Red Wolves 42, Marana 35. Still anybody's ball game.
And as Alvarado hits the extra point, we have 11 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It's 42, Walden Grove 42, Marana 35, and the fans are back in it. Now, one of the things that's been really hurting is that Walden Grove's kickoff team, their coverage has not been perfect tonight, Matt. What do you got to do here?
You either got to kick it into the end zone or you got to not kick it to number 3.
Yeah, he proved that. He proved his point twice. Alvarado back to kick. And as Alvarado takes his stride towards the ball.
Looks like another
Ball's
short
up.
one.
And it is caught. And there's a little bob and weave, and he is met by number
Alvarado's kick goes to
42.
number 72.
Dominic Cuevas. Dominic Cuevas. Wants to go to
Tackled by
military
number
after high school.
42.
His favorite food is chips. Classic. It's a great special teams play there
For the Red Wolves.
by Dom.
Way to go, Dom.
And you got the Red Wolves lining up with
First
a
and 10.
forefront. You see Jeremy Lai on the top of your screen. Let's see if you can get some rush on this quarterback as they motion in a receiver. The
He's
handoff.
met in the backfield.
Oh, no.
Swallowed up.
Handoff goes
Swallowed
to
up by Danny Palomares.
Marana. Almost to Walden Grove.
Big Danny.
Tackle for a short loss
Sure
on the
wasn't
play.
Ed?
Yeah, I got a news information
Number
at halftime
58,
that
that's a nice
58 is
stop
actually
for the Red
Danny
Wolves.
Palomares.
That was
Oh,
correct.
okay.
And you can see by the size, Danny is.
I certainly had thought to myself that Edward had grown a lot more than I expected him to.
Big Danny. Oh, false start on the tailback. As there's a timeout called. The referee timeout.
Official timeout.
Yes. Some Walden Grove fans behind us find that quite amusing.
Well, it's just that time of the night, Carl.
People are getting cold, they're slowing down. People are having a good time. Happy homecoming, everyone. Tailback goes out. Empty backfield for Marana. Quarterback drops back to pass. He looks over near side here. Catches on the hitch route. Oh my God. Sebastian Adamski gives him a good, tough, clean hit.
There's a flag on
And
the play.
they're probably going to flag him for unnecessary roughness. And that is not good.
Personal foul is against the Red Wolves.
The fans are letting their feelings be known on the subject.
Relax. These people need to relax. Apparently all of our fans have gotten degrees in refereeing. You know, the job of the referee, we have to remember, is not to pull for one team or another, but it's to keep kids safe on both sides. No, I believe the Adamski hit was a clean one. You could see what the motivation for the call was. I have no problem. We have 10 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Quarterback drops, and he's waxed late as Marana comes down with the deep pass.
And we have another flag. I think it's going to be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
So that's going to be another
Against the Red Wolves.
another half the distance call.
Yeah. And continue to rile up the home crowd.
Distance to the goal line.
And security is doing a great job keeping the fans at bay here. As the Red Wolves defense is now going to be in their own red zone here at giving Marana their first and goal
This
at about the 8-yard line.
has not gone how they would hope the last few plays.
Yep, there's about 10 minutes and 48 seconds here left in the fourth quarter. It's Walden Grove is up 42. Marana 35 with Marana driving down to the 8-yard line.
But they are not in the end zone yet.
No, and this is where that bend but break defense really can kick in here for Walden Grove as they just blitz the house. And Adamski, along with Lai and some other just giant monsters, number 65,
Garcia.
Alberto Garcia, just mauling that tailback. Wow.
Jeffrey Handlin.
That's good, tough defense. And that's the kind of play you need after 2 penalties is keep playing tough defense. They can't call all of them. So it appears that they're bringing more heat. They're bringing more heat. Quarterback drops back to pass. He throws. And it is an incomplete pass into the dirt.
Walden is making it tough for Marana to even up the score here.
And we got 3 in the box here.
You got to love a good, stout defense once your back's against the wall.
Yep, we have 10 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter with the score 42 for Walden Grove and Marana 35. This is a big play coming up here.
Without a doubt.
Marana drops back. He eyes it. Ball's on the way. He's caught. The ball is caught and hit immediately. And the Marana quarterback finds the turf once again, but this time no penalty. Legal hit there.
Oh, looking like it's about 7 yards to get into the end zone, or they can try for the field goal. Let's see what Marana's thinking here.
And 4th down and about 9, would you say?
Yeah, maybe 7, 9, somewhere in 8,
The defense is getting hyped as the offense is on the field on 4th down for Marana.
This could be a huge stop for Walden.
Lined up here. The fans are on their feet. Quarterback drops back. He's rolling to his left. He throws. It is incomplete. It is a first down.
Walden ball.
Holy
Turns
cow.
it over.
The defense prevails. The bend but don't break defense is going to give Walden Grove a first down and the biggest stop of the night. Wow. What are you doing now on offense, Matt?
Moving the ball downfield and hopefully ending in a touchdown, Carl.
Yeah, a score here is really going to help out. But the big game, the big play of Marana can still haunt you.
Oh, absolutely. There is no safety. Marana has proven time and time again that they will come back and catch up to you if you don't just keep scoring.
And that touchdown is brought to you by Joe Riemann at Triple Play. Thanks, Joe, for all of your donations to the Walden Grove football team.
Stevens hands off the ball to Brower.
Sorry, that touchdown, that stop, the 4-yard stop.
6 on the play.
There's 8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining on the clock. The score is 42 Walden Grove, 35 Marana. Walden Grove has the ball at second, about 5 to go. Stevens eyes the defense, throws the quick screen out, and there's a catch by Ty McDermott, number 13.
Looks like a first down for the Red Wolves.
Right on, Matt. And that first down is brought to you by athletic trainer Nita Wheeler. Thanks for taping us up. Signed, the football team. Thanks, Nita. Hey, Matt, my hands are freezing.
See, I have sucked my hands into my sweatshirt.
Ah, yes.
And they're still freezing.
Stevens, eyeing the defense, comes up to give the line call. Clock gets down to 2. Hands off to Brower. Brower's turning it back and a cutback. And the defense pushes him up. And Brower on 1st and 10 is going to pick up about 5 yards.
What a great first down pickup. Just inside run, control the clock, keep possession, everything that's going to lead the Red Wolves to victory if we're going to pull it off tonight.
Yeah, you're up 7. You got to keep that clock running. You got a great tailback. You got to keep that ball in play. Nice catch out there to McDermott. McDermott puts a move on him, and we got a
looks like another first down. The slow and methodical approach continues.
Yes, sir.
7 minutes, 34 seconds left in the game. Red Wolves lead Marana 42-35.
Yes, sir.
It has been a
7
back
minutes
and forth
30
game
seconds.
all night.
Clock is rolling down. Motioning Culbertson across the formation. Got trips to the boundary. Stevens hands off to Brower, and Brower's up here. The beast is loose with a nice 8-yard gain, 9-yard gain on first down.
Marana does not want to be in this position. They have a excellent running attack here at Walden. They're down a score. They need the ball back if they're going to have a chance. This is deflating to play against.
Marana's got those big men, and you can see they're putting the subs in, get a fresh breath for their big guys. They're going to need all they can get because it's kind of hard right now. You know what they're going to do.
Hand off to Brower. He picks up a first.
And you can just see, oh no, 2 late flags come in at the end of the play.
What do you think that is, Nelson?
I think it's going to be a late hit on the offense. And you know, it felt like, Matt, what I was about ready to say before I saw the flag come out of his pocket is you're seeing these Marana defenders falling backwards every play because the offensive line is getting such a great push. And right now they're consulting if, it's a 15-yard penalty or not. Everybody is looking to the linesman for the.
That bad personal foul is against Marana.
Then the penalty is on Marana. Yeah, right. That's a breath.
I was getting a little worried there.
I was really hoping nobody was getting it. Not getting ejected is kind of
that would have been the real kicker
on both teams. You want to keep as many of these kids in the game as possible.
Absolutely.
You don't ever want to beat somebody's backups. You want to beat the best players on the field. That's why we play the game here. And that 15-yard penalty is tacked on, and it just looks like a big 15 yards as it puts Walden Grove into the Marana territory for the first time in a while. First down is brought to you by Miss Jake and her colleague, Miss Jessica's. Thank you for stepping up and filming our volleyball games. Toss. Ooh. Brower catches the toss and is met by a host of Tiger tacklers.
Pitch to Brower, not going anywhere this time.
Brower did not want to go down.
He never does. He's an animal. If you ask any of the guys who have to tackle him in practice, it hurts.
He's got a squat solidness to him that I don't really see on many of the other guys on his team.
Yeah.
Making that stuff.
And not only does he run with that power, you'll see, he gets in the open field and he takes off and he's hard to catch. Toss comes out. Stevens drops. He's got to get rid of it. Scramble drill. Is it caught?
Caught by number 11, I think.
No, Colby Gaines. Golly. It's not a big gain, but when you thought your quarterback was taking a sack.
Don't get a sack. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a big win.
So it's going to bring 3rd and 8.
22-yard line.
Wow. With 5 minutes and 26 seconds rolling clock right now in the fourth quarter, Walden Grove is up 42.
Really wants to get a first down here.
Marana 35.
This is not a fun position to make any decision on 4th down and from.
This looks like 4-down territory as number 4 motions across. Colby comes out. It's going to be a timeout here called on by Walden Grove, and it's great timeout so that you don't have to get a penalty there. That's a smart play right there. That's a smart coaching move by Coach Noble. That's not his first one today, obviously. This is Coach Noble's 4th year as a head coach. In his first 3 years as head coach, Walden Grove High School has made it into the playoffs. He was born and raised in Sarita, and is a graduate from Sarita High School. His nickname there in high school at Sarita High School was Big River. He went to Pima Community College and University of Arizona, where he studied history and education. He also has a master's degree from the University of Arizona in hydrology. His thesis paper was titled, "Where Did the Water Go?" It was a transformational piece about the water ecology and preservation of the American Southwest from the Cretaceous period. His master's degree led to a beneficial meeting with then college student Brandon Nielsen. Nielsen was taking a course in underwater basketry, and Noble felt that his skills would make it beneficial for the program. And as they say in the one movie, with that one guy in it, and the rest is history. Matt, what are your takes on what Noble has done here with this team?
Well, he's come into a program initially that had not had much success, and he's been a playoff coach. And he makes his team ready for the regular season. They have yet to find much success in the playoffs, but they're moving in the right direction.
Absolutely. We'll have 3rd and long. Stevens releases the ball, catches it by Gaines. 5 minutes on the clock, 42 to 35. Walden Grove as they get a 1st and down. Catch by Colby Gaines. Gaines all over the place tonight. Walden Grove going with trips to the top of your screen here. And Stevens drops back. He's got all the time in the world until he doesn't. Oh, and he's on his feet. He throws to the end zone where he's got a wide open touchdown! For Walden Grove, touchdown! That puts the score. Oh, we got an injured player on the field here.
There's a player down on the field.
That touchdown is going to move the score to 48-35. As the managerial staff comes out to help the injured player on the field.
Ty McDermott with the reception for the Red Wolves.
Great job, Ty McDermott on the catch. Great job, Jay Stevens. But none of that happens without the blocking of the offensive line. Matt, he had all time in the world of them.
Oh my goodness! And those offensive or the defensive line was bearing down on the quarterback there. Offensive line put those guys on the ground.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. And these are all juniors starting on offensive line. And wow, to see them when they come back next year, that'll be such a thing. Shout out to Tina Fortin, wife of one of our head coaches, Dale Fortin. Coach Dale says he loves you, Tina. As the injured player is helped off.
To try the extra point for the Red Wolves.
And it was, I believe, number 11, Colby Gaines, getting a little rocked there. Hopefully he's all right. I didn't see the injury happen or the amount of hurt. Alvarado back to kick, and it is up.
And for the first time all night, Walden Grove has some breathing room.
Right? 49-35 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining.
This is honestly, the first time all night I'm starting to feel good about this game. And judging from some of the reactions on the sideline, the boys are feeling the same way.
We got the Walden Grove offensive line is huddling over here. The quarterback is smiling at the crowd. Walden Grove, the atmosphere here has changed dramatically, going from that Marana 4th and goal down here on the other side to now a score over here. A lot has changed.
I would say that was sort of, we went from the low to the high point of the game over a time period of about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and when you watch Walden Grove football with us, you're going to have a great time, and you're going to get a great game with a lot of great players.
Absolutely. You can't state that enough, Carl. It has been a really great game tonight. And with all great games, you still want to see your team doing what they need.
Oh, man.
And Walden sends the outside kick.
Gets the ball back on the kickoff, and the offense heads back out the field with 4 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Holy cow, Matt, did you see that one?
No! I was not expecting such a play.
Man, I was foolishly looking through my notes here, looking for a Post-it note. But my goodness, I did not see that coming. And big plays like Sebastian Damsky and
and the thing is, they've been kicking those short kickoffs ever since Threes got burned up twice. So I'm surprised that they caught them so unawares.
And let's see what's the call here.
I can imagine Walden's going to start to try to run out the clock at this point.
Yeah, you got Stevens out. Jason Stevens out there with Stephen Brower. You got the star receivers out there in Hoover, Culbertson, McDermott, and Gaines.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They're looking to get another first down here, maybe another score.
Looks like it's going to
Big
be
shout out to Maria and Lupe Robles from Collegeville, North Carolina, coming into watching the live stream tonight. Parents of Michael Klepper, one of our great coaches here at Walden Grove, linebackers coach.
There we go.
This is Sebastian Adamski's first linebackers coach here, and you can see that paying off. And you see Brower now
staying on his feet for a few more
getting
yards.
about 7-8 yard gain. You know, good tough run right there.
Stephen Brower once again. He runs over
And that
number 15.
first
as
down
Donnie brings it
is
down.
brought
That's
to you
Donald
by
Parrish.
The Black
I
Hole
think he's
Flashlight
seen number
Company.
40 quite a
Black
bit
Hole
tonight.
Flashlights, so you can see in Mr. DeFazio's class.
Stephen Brower stays on his feet.
Stephen Brower carrying the ball. for
Second
the
and about
100th time
2
for
to
him.
go. 2nd and 3 to go. Brower has a nice run. Probably
Number
close to
50
8
makes
yards.
the stop.
Looks like he went out of bounds, though.
With the tackle.
So our being cold here is going to continue a bit longer, Carl.
Yes. Brower with the handoff. It looks like a counter, and Brower cuts back.
Oh, nice run, Brower.
He's just lowering his shoulder and giving the hits. He's not getting hit. He's giving the hits.
He is having fun out there. You can just tell.
It's a senior out there having a great rest of his senior year,
making the stop.
getting to do what he loves to do, and that's play some high school football here.
And most importantly, contributing to his team's success.
Oh, big time. He's a cog in this
Second and
machine
6.
here. Out to Hoover.
Stevens passing.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
It's fumbled.
And Marana picks it up and is running the other way. And he's in the open field.
Picked up by number 23.
And he is tackled at the 35-yard line. And I did not expect that to happen.
No, we were hoping to play some possession football and run out the clock here, but it looks like the excitement here in Sahuarita at Walden Grove is not just over yet.
We got 3 minutes and 13 seconds for those of you watching here at Triple Play or at home. It's Walden Grove is up 49, Marana 35. Looks like Walden Grove is going to take a timeout, regroup. I believe that might be their last timeout.
Taken on the field by the Red Wolves.
Well, they're up 2 scores, so they better not need it.
Yeah, right. That turnover brings Walden Grove silent back to earth here. And that timeout is brought to you by Ryan Atkinson, purveyor of fine, dented, sideline trash cans. Thanks,
Great
Ryan.
to see them out here, isn't it, folks? Got a great pep band.
Walden's defense getting ready to take the field, make hopefully a final stand here tonight.
Yeah. The defense hits the field. Defense hits the field now. Marana's coming out in trips to the bottom of your screen. And their speedy horse looks like he's going one-on-one on the far side of the field.
Game's not over yet, folks.
They're motioning. He throws it out, and he falls down. Oh, man. That's not what they wanted with that play. They were going for a home run throwback here. Going across the side of the field. Hopefully he can catch the corner sleeping. And Stu Taylor was running with him stride for stride, but that's a big guy, number 19. Very fortunate for Walden Grove for that play kind of disintegrated before it really got going.
Yeah, this will make Marana start just thinking about picking up the first down rather than looking at the home run. We hope.
2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining.
It would not be the first time, though, they've scored a touchdown from, 2nd and 19.
And there's a sack by Jeremy Lai. Good job, Jeremy. Jeremy's dad is Coach Jeremy Lai as well.
And it's looking like Walden's about to be putting Marana out of the game for good.
As 3rd and long happens. 3rd and long is coming up here. And they got a pistol. And you see the DBs for Walden Grove dropping back. Ball's out. And questionable play calling there, running a 5-yard out to the out of bounds.
As a Bears fan, I recognize that kind of call from a mile away.
Yep.
Dragged out of bounds by Caleb Ryden.
Classic Bears. As the cheerleaders move out the tarp to prepare for the ending of the game, we have 1:54 remaining in the game. It's 49 Walden Grove, 35 to Marana. The ball's out. It's up
and we have an interception
by Duncan Hoover as he goes. He's got tackle. He's stripped up. He keeps going. Nice tackle there.
And he takes it all the way back past the Marana line of scrimmage.
Duncan Hoover with the interception for the Red Wolves.
And I think with that, it might finally be safe to say that this game is coming to a close in Walden's favor.
About a minute and 42 seconds. There's an injured player on the field from Marana. He's played a good, hard game, number 6.
Official timeout for the injury.
And the score right now is Walden Grove 49, Marana 35. We have a minute 42 remaining in the fourth quarter.
1:42 left in the game, folks. Don't leave yet. There's time for 3 more touchdowns where this one's going.
That injury timeout is brought to you by Hope Noble. Thank you for your infinite patience.
That's it for number 6.
That ad is paid for you
Howard
by
Spencer.
Coach
Had a
Corey
great
Noble.
game.
We got the Walden Grove offense is back on the field. We see number 4, Christian Medina, enter the game. You have Duncan Hoover, number 10, on the bottom field. You also see Sebastian Adamski, the stud linebacker, lining up in the backfield with Brower. I'm thinking you're going to see a little some isolation,
lead blocking
some
action.
lead blocking with.
I'm
Adamski.
surprised they don't do that a little bit more this game today.
Yeah, between those two guys, I would not want to get in front. I wouldn't have to want to be the guy that has to stop those two.
Either of them, absolutely.
And now with one running behind the other, holy cats. First down, run to Brower, and it's a good, hard, good physical carry. And that's going to bring up 2nd and about 4. So it's a good 6-yard gain.
Troy Fox racking up the tackles with another stop after about 7 yards. 2nd and 3.
Walden looking to run out the clock.
Stevens is getting the signal.
Letting that play clock run down. We got about 10 seconds left on that.
We have a minute and 7 remaining left in the game. Stevens hands off to Matthew Enriquez.
All right, and I think next play will probably do it for
Might be the last.
Walden Grove's football game tonight.
Wow. So one of the things you're going to get to witness here, Matt, this up close and personal, is the Walden Grove football team at the end of every home game and away game. They get to come over to the stands over here, and this big black tarps that the cheerleaders moved out for us is so that the football players can come over here and sing to their home fans that are behind us. So we get to stick our microphones over there and let them shout and scream, and they're probably going to yell in our faces. So make sure you have your mask on because it's going to be a snowstorm because it's so cold. Flags fly.
Delay of game.
Clock is still running. 18 seconds remaining.
Looks like they were lining up in the victory
And Walden Grove is up 49, Marana 35.
Too much time doing it.
The 14-point lead is not indicative of how close this game
No,
actually
it
was,
was a
Matt.
close game. Walden managed to take the lead towards the end, but I mean, most of this game it was a back and forth battle, and Marana showed that they are not a team to be trifled with.
And with the win, Walden Grove moves to 3-0. And
Great start to the Red Wolves season.
they're picking up a head full of steam here as the two teams are going to not do the traditional handshakes, but they wave to each other as Marana runs to their end zone. Some of the players dapping each other up. Big shout out to Joe Riemann at Triple Play. Thanks for carrying our game today. 15 at Triple Play is at 1570 West Duval Mine Road in Green Valley. We also have Justin Foss at Copper Fitness at 1060 West Beta Suite in Green Valley. Day Excavation for all your excavation needs. You can reach Day Excavation at 520-625-1965. And we get a treat here, Matt. We get to see the boys sing up close. The school
Red and white, show your spirit, stand with pride. All hail to the red and white. Fight, let's fight with all your might. We will always strive for victory. Stand together and let's shout.
game. What a game they gave us today, Matt.
Absolutely, Carl. That was a hard-fought victory, and Walden keeps this up. They've got another few more weeks. A few more weeks left of this season to keep showing what they are made of. Next week, they're going to be at Pueblo High School on Friday. It's 11:20. In 2 weeks, they will be at Sabino High School on a Saturday for a game. And then 3 weeks, we'll be back here against Nogales on the 4th of December.
Want to thank everybody again for watching the game, and have a great, safe night. And from Walden Grove, this is Carl Nelson.
And Matthew Grzywa signing off.
Thanks, everybody.